तो इसका इलेक्ट्रॉन 0 में है, तो इसका इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कॉन्फ़िगरेशन अपना R4A2S तो यूँ रहेगा। इसका सेटअप कुछ इस तरह से होगा। 4 5 7 8 और हमारे पास S अपना सेटअप रहेगा। ठीक है, अभी मैं पेन कर रहा हूँ और ये यहाँ पर
हेलो। ओके, तो बताना, यू स्टार्टेड इट। नहीं, यू शुड नॉट ना। कोई बात नहीं, इट्स ओके। ओके, hello students. So how are you? Good evening. I'm here, and we were collecting questions, and I wanted, because there were questions which have been flowing to us for chemistry, physics, and maths. So here are we with the discussion of those questions, and I hope you had a very good paper, and if at all your examination is the following session, then this memory based question is going to help you like anything, because NTA is, if you just talk of today's chemistry session, the chemistry paper was good. I mean, moderate to difficult, the electrochemistry question from metal insoluble salt electrode. So barring those physical chemistry questions, organic is very much doable. And in the first, on the 21st of January, the chemistry questions that came were the organic chemistry was practically missing on the first day of 21st January, but post that, yesterday also, today also, organic chemistry, and especially amines, basic of hydrocarbons, basic of alkyl halides, all the basic questions, the naming reactions of carbonyl compounds, aldehydes, ketones, they are very, very, very famous, and they are coming like anything. You just read the question and they are there. Okay, so we are joined with some students. So VRL, yes sir. Yes, VRL, I'm ready. Pranav sir, when does 28th session admit card will be released? I'm not. I feel, Pranav, it has already been released. I guess you should check your email ID, or if rather there is a case that you haven't received, then I guess, let me check. But you should definitely mail that to the in NTA website. The email address is given, and the notification must be there regarding the release. But I guess it must be released by then, by now. कल पेपर है सर, बेस्ट ऑफ लक VRL. I hope I can get your real name so that I can call out the universe that your paper will be good. So Karan, okay, Karan has his paper on 26th, so that 26th January, Karan. 26th January, I guess 26th you must be giving your paper somewhere else, right? Yes, I mean, in-house JEE paper you must be having. Sir, in the paper of today's second shift, easy or moderate? Beta, the question that, I mean, I've got till date, they are quite doable. But yes, chemistry of session 1 was okay, was moderate to difficult. Okay, so Karan, okay, Karan must have 28th Jan paper. Okay, Karan is helping. Karan is helping with the information that for all those who have their paper on 28th, your admit card will be released by 26th. Okay, Karan, thank you very much, bhai. So moving to the first question of Carius method, on first day we had estimation of sulfur, then I guess of phosphorus, and in every paper you have this practical organic chemistry basic. What does it tell you, sir? It is nothing. Nothing, as in you just read the question. Carius method, even if you do not know the name of the method, you know the common sense. What is the common sense? You have 0.245 of organic compound. You have an organic compound. Okay, sir. You subject that organic compound to whatsoever processes. After doing that process, it is saying it is precipitating out AgCl, what, how much of AgCl? This much gram of AgCl. And you are asked that what is the percentage of chlorine. So whatever chlorine this AgCl is having must be furnished by this organic compound. So do the stoichiometry for AgCl. How to do it? Your basic unitary method. Let us calculate molar mass of AgCl. Ag is 108, Cl is 35.5. So what is the total molecular mass, sir? Add them up, so it is 143.5 gram of AgCl. If you have, then how much of chlorine this much gram is having? Sir, 1 mole as in what, in terms of weight it is 35.5 gram of chlorine you are having. So let's say if I would have 1 gram of this compound, then how much chlorine would be present in that 1 gram? Sir, 35.5 upon 143.5. This will be the weight of chlorine in 1 gram. But question is telling you that how much weight is getting precipitated out? 0.5453. So multiply that 0.5453. This will give you weight of chlorine. Where? In that particular precipitate. So that is the weight of chlorine. So weight of chlorine upon weight of the organic compound from which this much of chlorine is produced. So this becomes your weight of chlorine, and this weight is coming from what? From the organic compound whose weight is given out to be 0.245 into 100. If you multiply by 100, what you will get? The percentage. So this is basic. Now this is a time consuming process, because of which every practical organic chemistry question, POAC question, the quantitative analysis of these organic compound questions, I'm marking all these questions as moderate questions. So can you help me with the calculation? I guess because it's an integer type question, so your answer is 55.5. So answer is 55.5. I hope many of you have got it. I guess I had another question also of coordination compounds, but I guess it is not yet typed. So Sumit sir is ready for you with physics question. So over to Sumit sir.
Yeah, am I audible to you? You are able to hear me? Please mention if you are getting my voice. Okay, so we are ready with first question of physics, and this is from ray optics. Okay, so when an object is kept at a distance 8 centimeter and 24 centimeter from a convex lens, magnitude of magnification remains same in both cases. Magnitude is same, not magnification. So in one case, if magnification is plus m, another case the magnification is minus m. Okay, so we may consider in one case the magnification is m, another case the magnification is minus m. It is like that. Okay, magnitude is same. Now find focal length. We need to find the focal length. So what is magnification? Magnification we know that is v by u. 1 by v minus 1 by u is equals to 1 by f. So 1 by v is equals to 1 by f plus 1 by u. V is equals to fu divided by f plus u. From there v by u comes out to be f divided by f plus u. I did this so that you understand how the magnification we write. Okay. So first case, the magnification is m. Let us take m is equals to focal length f divided by f plus u. What is u? Minus 8 centimeter. So minus 8. In second case, it is minus m. So that is f divided by f plus u. What is u? Minus 24. So f minus 24. Okay. So I can say this is negative of this. So it is minus f divided by f minus 8. Is it okay? Are you getting it? Able to understand? Please mention if you are getting understanding this. So f got cancelled from here. I can say f minus 8 comes out to be minus f plus 24. So it will become 2f comes out to be 32 and f comes out to be 16. Yeah, great. So we got the focal length as 16 centimeter. Is it difficult or easy? Please mention. Is this question difficult or easy? Easy, isn't it? Yeah. So this question is very easy, straightforward, and we are having more questions also. Okay, they are in typing, so more questions we are getting. In the morning shift, we saw that few questions was were a bit lengthy, one or two questions, otherwise very easy. Yes, yes, great. So few questions were a bit lengthy, most of the questions were okay. Okay, physics was scoring in morning also. So in your shift, if let us take one or two questions are lengthy, skip them. Okay, skip them for that time and come back. Okay, now okay, now Dipendra sir will join with questions on maths. So Dipendra sir, it's over to you.
All right, students. So give me a quick response. Am I clearly audible and visible? I have shared the screen right there in front of you. I hope we are live and you all can listen to me and watch the screen right there in front of me. Let me just see it whether it is visible or not. I am also refreshing my screen so that I can see myself. So I hope it's properly visible, the part which we are trying to show you. Am I clearly visible and audible, students? Just give me a quick response. Is it visible to everyone? Students, be quick, give me a response. Are we visible to you? All these students, just be quick and respond. So give me a quick response, students. Are we visible now? I think previously we had some issue with the streaming, but it is fixed now, I believe so. Give me a quick response. Are we audible, completely visible properly, all the participants? The screen which I'm sharing right now, is it properly visible to everyone? Am I clearly audible? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Great, great, great. So good to have you all. So here we are with the first question from mathematics. What does it say? Again, we are constantly mentioning and telling you that questions are being asked from definite integration, area under the curve. These are the chapters from calculus. From definitely questions are being asked. So look at this question. What does it say? The area and square units between the curves x square plus y square is equals to 4 and x square plus y minus 2 whole square is equals to 4. So merging of coordinate geometry with. Okay, great, great. We'll teach that. Don't worry about that. I'll ensure that we'll cover it somewhere. So here, of course, this circle is having center at 0, 0 and it is having radius 2. This circle is having radius 0, center 0, 2 and this is still having the same radius. So two circles are there. One of the circles is centered at 0, 0 and the other circle is centered at 0, 2. Now what are we told? We need to figure out the area between the curves. So the area between the curves means what? This area they are talking about. So when you talk about this particular area, when you solve these two circles, basically what you do is you get x square as 4 minus y square. That value substitute here. So by solving it in either x square or y square, you get a quadratic in either x or y and you solve it for either x or y. So with that, you find the points of intersection which are root 3 comma 1 and symmetrically it will be minus root 3 comma 1. Everyone with me on this? With that, what we can clearly see is that if I'm talking about the area, then of course this is symmetrically placed, perfectly symmetrically placed. So if I could figure out the area of this region, I think my job will be done, because doubling the area of this region will be the answer of our question. Now how do we solve this particular part? Have a look at that. 0, 0 to root 3, 1. So this stripe I'm taking here. So with that, 0 to root 3 is going to be the limits. The upper curve here is going to be this circle. I hope you can see this circle. So here I'll be saying y square is equals to 4 minus x square. So y will be plus minus, but which part I'll take? I'll take the positive part, the upper part. Can you see this very clearly? Are you understanding this part very clearly, all the participants? So here, this will give me under root over 4 minus x square. I'll take the positive branch of this particular circle. I hope you're understanding. It will be giving me two branches. With that, what about the lower curve? So this lower curve is the other part, the negative part. What I'm saying, trying to make you understand is that here, when you figure out y in terms of x, so y minus 2 whole square will be 4 minus x square. Then you take under root, so there will be plus minus sign. So I'll be taking the negative sign, because now I'm taking the lower branch of this circle, not this branch. Had I taken this branch, I would have taken the positive sign, but I'm taking the lower branch. That's why I'm putting a negative sign over here. And this 2 when goes to the other side becomes plus 2. I hope you're comfortable. Upper curve minus lower curve. We have done this a lot many times. Great, great, great. I hope you're understanding what I'm explaining right now at this stage. So upper curve minus lower curve is what you do. You simplify this. Now only thing you need to be aware of is the special integrals which you were asked to learn. The special integrals which you were asked to learn. Do you remember the formula for under root over a square minus x square, the formula of under root over x square plus a square, the formula of 1 upon under root over a square plus x square, the formula of 1 upon under root over x square minus a square, formula of 1 upon under root a square minus x square, the formula of 1 upon x square plus a square. These were some standard integrals which you were supposed to learn. Otherwise, you can see the problem getting arised. You could do everything related to this question, but you'll get stuck here. So that calculation part I'm skipping. You just need to apply the formula because you know how to integrate to my 4 minus x square, it will get doubled, but it gets into this form under root over a square minus x square. You apply the simple integration formula and mark option C is the correct answer after the calculation. Everyone with me so far? Can we move ahead with that? Let me see whether Gaurav sir is ready or not. He is ready. So let me say that I'm ending it from my end, and so that Gaurav sir can start.
Yes, guys. So I'm back with few questions. Uh, okay. So we are having good number of audience. Thank you, guys. So the next question I have, as whatever questions I have received till now. Okay, let me. I'm hearing my voice again. So I want to hear you all, not my voice. So shutting me down. Yeah. So yes, this is the next question that we have from coordination compounds. The question says, how many of the following complexes have got unpaired electrons? It is an integer type question where you have to just give the number. So obviously, if you know nothing, the answer will, the maximum the answer it can have is 4, because there are 4 molecules. Now let us start working on them. Now let us first work on this complex of nickel carbonyl. We know carbonyl is a strong field ligand. So let us work on the electronic configuration of nickel, because remember the rhyme on 21st also I told you, whatever periodic table rhyme you learn or not, at least learn the 3D series. Shakti Walker, Man Feko Ni, Sujan. That means nickel is 28. That means it is 4s2, 3d8. Let us check the oxidation state of nickel. Sir, nickel carbonyl is having no charge, so it is 0 oxidation state, so it will be this only. So this nickel will be having 8 electrons. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8 in the 3D subshell, and this 4s electrons are also going to be forced inside, because carbonyl is a strong field ligand, and this strong field ligand will force the 2 electrons of 4s inside. Therefore it will become a diamagnetic substance, and because it is diamagnetic, therefore number of unpaired electrons will be 0. So is it having any unpaired electrons? No, it will be diamagnetic. What can you say about its hybridization? sp3. So it is sp3 hybridized, although this is not asked in the question. Why I am telling you all this? Because you should know all the theory revolving and involving around whatever questions are asked. So this, no sir, it is not an answer for us. And obviously, if I have this nickel, that means this electronic configuration, but in NiCl4 2-, the oxidation state of nickel will be +2. So this nickel +2, the 2 electrons of 4s will be removed. So the electronic configuration that this guy will be having is just this 3d8. This 3d8 has got 2 electrons from 4s in case of nickel carbonyl, but this is just this 3d8. Chlorine is not at all a strong field ligand, so there will be no forced pairing also. So this will definitely have these 2 unpaired electrons. So number of unpaired electrons will be 2. What can you say about the magnetic moment? Formula for magnetic moment is under root of n into n plus 2 Bohr magneton. So yes, this will be having unpaired electrons. How many? 2. Now you do not have to even move your pen for platinum. Why? Because sir, down the group we know that platinum complexes, they tend to have strong crystal field stabilization. So in case of coordination number 4, if the splitting is high, not because of the ligand but because of the metal ion itself, and this platinum is again +2 here also, +2 here also, nickel, palladium, platinum. So this is having the same trend of electronic configuration. So they will also have this D8 configuration, which will be square planar, and therefore forced pairing will take place. So it will be DsP2 hybridized, and because of that DsP2 hybridization, there will be presence of no unpaired electrons. So this will also be square planar. So no unpaired electrons, square planar, no unpaired electrons. Platinum complexes are known to have square planar geometry. So after knowing that fact, we will know they have no unpaired electrons. So our answer is beautiful. Only one complex is having unpaired electrons. I hope it is clear. Yash is saying yes. Ruthraj is asking some friend of his that his paper was easy. Okay, yes, as far this question I would rather say no. DH marked, it is saying yeah, 0. No, okay, your name is having underscore 0. Okay, you are saying yes. So I hope the one integer type answer is good for you. Now a good question of chemical bonding. So let us see this chemical bonding question. A beautiful question, a easy question, an attemptable question. Now the molecule given to you is xenon oxyfluoride. So first let us calculate what are the bond pair. Bond pair are just the number of atoms. So how many atoms it has? 4. So bond pair is 4. What can you say about lone pair? Sir, one oxygen will require 2 electrons. So 2 will require 4. So 4 electrons gone. Fluorine will require 1, but there are 2 fluorines, so 6 electrons gone. So xenon has 8 electrons, so 6 gone, so 2 electrons left. That means one lone pair, which will make the steric number, which is summation of bond pair plus lone pair, is 5. So hybridization will be sp3d. What geometry you will think of? Sir, we'll think of trigonal bipyramidal, but lone pair is present, so lone pair always occupy equatorial position because it is at maximum repulsion. So xenon will be coming at the center. Lone pair, this double bonded O. Why sir double bonded O you are putting over here? Because equatorial position is at maximum stabilization, and generally double bonded has lesser bond length, so it will be definitely preferably having a equatorial position. What about the axial bonds? Sir, axial bonds will be covered by the single bonded fluorine. Sir, why you are making a bend geometry? Because that lone pair will have some repulsion. So the shape is simply seesaw shape. So let us look at the options. It is saying it is having seesaw shape. Perfectly correct. Number of lone pair electrons on xenon is 1. Yes sir, definitely correct. So this is also right. The bond angle of xenon F and F, yes sir, it would be 180 degree, but because of the repulsion it is slightly tilted, so it will be less than 180 degree. So it is saying 180 degree, but because there is a word called approx, so that thing they have also accounted. So yes, this is also correct. And what can you say about the shape? Sir, because it is seesaw, so it is not tetrahedral. That means fourth is wrong. So what will be your right answer? Option number C. I hope Karan is saying B. No, Karan, I hope you got this now. It is not B. Okay, you, according to you, third. Now you got it because it is, they have said it is 180 degree approx. So that means it will give you an answer. Moving forward. Now, assertion reason has been replaced by statement 1 correct, 2 correct, none, both correct, both incorrect. So again, a very basic question of periodicity. It is saying size of oxide is smaller than fluoride. Sir, for isoelectronic species, we know more will be the negative charge, larger be the anion. More be the positive charge, smaller is the cation. So for isoelectronic species, anions are larger, cations are smaller. The same question was there in 21st January paper also. So because O2 minus has a higher charge, therefore number of electrons are higher outside. In fluorine, total electrons are same because they are isoelectronic. Fluorine has 9 protons, so electrons will be pulled and therefore size will be small. So actually O2 minus is larger, but it is saying size of O2 minus is smaller. So it should be, instead of smaller, it should be larger. Therefore this statement is incorrect. The statement 2 says electronegativity of fluorine. Yes, fluorine is the most electro, so obviously it is correct. So 1 is incorrect and statement 2 is correct. Moving to the next. Okay, so let me see. I hope we, okay, महेंद्र is saying XeO2 का एंगल पूछा था एक ऑप्शन में. If it would have been XeO2 beta, then bond pair will be 2, requiring 4 electrons. So lone pair will be 2. So steric number will be 4. Then you have to think of sp3 hybridization. So I hope it is clear. Okay. Somebody Taniru attempted 15 questions. Very good. Very good. So Deepen sir is ready. So I am ending from my end. And
Hello students, welcome back with another question on moment of inertia. So as I was saying that if you are not preparing anything from rotation, then make sure you prepare for moment of inertia questions, because moment of inertia questions are must. If there is some question from rotation, it's very high probability that it will be from moment of inertia. Let us read it. Let us read it out. From a uniform disk of radius r, mass m, two small disks of radius r by 4 is being cut as shown in the figure. Find the moment of inertia of the system about this axis. Okay, what we will do? From total moment of inertia, we will subtract the moment of inertia of these two disks. Okay, so what is the total moment of inertia of the complete disk about this axis perpendicular to the plane of the disk? Mr square by 2. So m r square by 2 minus 2 into the moment of, why 2? Because there are two disks. Okay, so 2 into moment of inertia of the disk. Which disk? Removed portion. Okay, so what is the mass of this? Its area is its radius is 1 by 4th of the total, so its mass should be m by 16. Okay, its mass is m by 16. Area will be 1 by 16, radius is 1 by 4, area will be 1 by 60. So about this axis, if I write the moment of inertia, what is that? M r square, radius is r by 4, m r square by 2. So what it is? Am I right? Yes. This that is about this axis. Now I need about this axis, then use parallel axis theorem. How much is this distance? This is r minus r by 4, 3r by 4, yeah. So plus m, which is m by 16, into r square, that is 3r by 4 square. M r square by 2 plus m, that is m by 16, into r square, the perpendicular distance between the two axes. Okay, now from this I can take m by 16 common. Okay, inside the bracket it will become r square by 32. Okay, 16 into 2, 32. Okay, and here it will become 9 by 16, 9r square by 16. Okay, so 2 into this, that is m by 16 in r square, also I am taking common out, it will become 1 by 32 plus 9 by 16. So 1 by 32 plus 18 by 32, so that is 19 by 32. Everything seems fine. 2 into 8. Now m r square 1 by 2 minus, what is this? 19 divided by 32 into 8, 625, 256. So what it is now? LCM 256, it will become 128 minus 19 into mr square. This was the moment of inertia of one disk, okay, about this axis. So into 2 we are doing like that. This is my I total. So what it is now? mr square into 109 divided by 256. Yeah, C option. C option is coming here. Itna lengthy. Yes, it's a bit lengthy because we need to subtract the moment of inertia of these two removed disks, and finding the moment of inertia for the removed disk, we need to find their mass, then accordingly we need to use the parallel axis theorem, so it's take a bit time. I attend only 10 questions. From physics you are talking about, what was most physical, organic or inorganic. Okay, I don't know, like students who have given the exam, they will tell. Okay, in chemistry the question were reaction based. Okay, you are talking about chemistry now, so let us see who is coming next. Now it's over to you, Dipendra sir. Dipendra sir will come with questions on maths.
So hello, hi once again. So hello, hi once again. Welcome back, everyone. I hope my screen is visible. Sumit sir must have ended the live from his end, and I am now visible to everyone. Can you see my screen right there in front of you? Just give me a quick confirmation so that we can get started. Yes, great, great. So I can see myself on the screen. So great. So I hope great. You all are enjoying this session. You are learning a lot from this session. I'll again say, so far, whatever number of questions I have received from mathematics, they are amazingly easy. Amazingly, insanely easy. Why? Look at this one. Yes, great, 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 Rituraj. Number of ways to distribute 6 identical oranges among 4 persons. Can you believe that? This is exactly, rather than better than this problem we have done in entire revision marathon of mathematics. And of course, in our mathematics revision as well, you were told the direct formula to figure out these questions. Even in today's morning also, we had discussed a lot of formulae which we are using right now in these live revision sessions. Now, how do we look at this live analysis session? We have 4 persons, among them 6 oranges, identical oranges are to be distributed. So we know we need to ensure that each one gets at least one. So first of all, I'm giving each of them an orange. So when I do so, out of 6, 4 oranges, 1 each is given to each of them. So now how many oranges am I left with? I'm left with 2 oranges. Now, this problem becomes again x1, x2, x3, x4. This sum should be 2, but these are new x1, x2, x3, x4 because I have already given 1 orange to each of them. So, the concern, where are you going to write your exam tomorrow, second shift? Why will I write my exam? Yes, I need help. Great, great, great. Let's focus here, students. So, here, 2 oranges are to be distributed among 4 people where 0 oranges are also allowed. So it is simply a basic problem. N plus R minus 1, C R minus 1. What is N? The number of oranges. What is R? The number of people. Minus 1, so 2 plus 4 minus 1, C 4 minus 1, that is clearly 5C3. We know NCR is N minus R, so 5C3 is 5C2. You know how to expand it. Was it really tough? It was one of those questions which you should have cracked within seconds by looking at it only. Great, 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 great. Now let's look at the next question for the day. Next question is even a simpler one. A direct formula was told to you right before your examination in the complete revision session as well, and in the session where I made you revise all the formulae. This formula I told you, I highlighted very clearly, will be used, and look at this clear, crystal clear scenario where it is getting used. How? Have a look at that. We are asked to figure out the minimum value of this expression. The moment you see, try to have it in the form of a cos theta plus b sin theta, because we know the minimum and maximum value of this expression will always be negative of under root over a square plus b square to positive of under root over a square plus b square. Sir, wrong question. It was 16 instead of 6. Yeah, that wouldn't create any problem at all. I wouldn't say it is a wrong question. I mean, mathematically, there is not much difference in that case also. So how are we going to solve that? Here, look at this. We, first of all, can I write this? Which part, students? This cos square theta as 1 minus sin square theta. We can do so. I hope there is no problem in that. So here, first of all, I am writing cos square theta. See, either you do this or you know that cos square theta plus sin square theta is 1. But I'll still be left with 2 sin square theta. But that 1 plus 3 will be 4. And here, whether you take it as 16 or 6, it doesn't matter. I hope you're understanding why. So here, with 6, if I proceed simply, then it will be 2 into 3 sin theta cos theta, or 3 into 2 sin theta cos theta. So 3 into 2 sin theta cos theta is what? 3 sin 2 theta. So if you look at this expression only, a sin theta plus b cos theta plus 5. So we know a sin theta plus b cos theta, where a is 3, b is minus 1, will always lie between negative of under root over a square plus b square. So 3 square is 9, minus 1 square is 1, 9 plus 1 is 10. Negative of under root 10 to positive of under root 10, this expression will lie in, but it should be added. 5 should be added to it. So here, minus root 10 plus 5 will be its minimum value, root 10 plus 5 will be its maximum value. Great, great. I totally get that. I totally get that. 16, that is perfectly fine. With that, I'll say the correct answer will be 5 minus root 10. Did you get that? I hope everyone is with me. Can I go ahead with that? So here, when I move ahead towards the next question, what do we see? The next question. Very simple, very straightforward, nothing surprising here in this case as well. Very basic idea is needed to be applied here. Now look at that. Great, 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 great. So how do we do it? A is a set which has 9 elements 1 to 9. What are we told? There is a relation R where x minus y should be a multiple of 3. Now, if I look at these 9 numbers, can I categorize them as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? And specifically in this manner, I have written them. Why did I do it? Because if I wish to have this relation fulfilled, if I wish to create these pairs x minus y, so they'll be either, both x and y, will be either a multiple of 3 or will be 1 less than a multiple of 3 or will be 2 less than a multiple of 3. These are the only 3 possibilities. Are you getting this very clearly? So here, if I want x minus y to be a multiple of 3, so here, if I were to choose x and y both, I'll choose both of them from either this triplet or from this triplet or from this triplet. Are you understanding it? Because see, if you take 1 from here and 5 from here, 5 and 1, the difference is not going to be a multiple of 3. Are you understanding my language? So I got to choose either both of x and y from here or here or here. So what did I do? First of all, out of these 3 triplets, one of the triplets can be chosen in 3C1 ways. And then out of these 3 numbers, x can be chosen in 3C1 ways and y can also be chosen in 3C1 ways. Don't say 2C1. Why? Because if I have chosen 1 from here, I can again choose 1 because 1 minus 1 will still be a multiple of 3. Are you understanding my language very clearly? So 3C1 I have used for choosing either of the triplets of any 3 and then 3C1 for choosing any of the elements, then 3C1 for choosing any of the elements of these 3. So with that 3 into 3 into 3, that is 27 will be the number of relations from here. With that, I'll say statement 1 where it says that the number of relations in R is 36. That is absolutely wrong. I hope you are going great. Okay. Now, what do I do next? What do I do next? Here, look at the next part of this question. R is equivalence relation. So what are we told? To check and verify R is an equivalence relation. How many times have you not done it? If I talk about R being reflexive, so if I have 3 comma 3 in this relation, will I not say 3 comma 3 will definitely satisfy it? I hope you are understanding 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. All these elements are going to be there because 1 minus 1 is divisible by 3, 2 minus 2 is divisible by 3. So reflexive, it definitely is without any hesitation. What about this relation being symmetric? I hope you're realizing if 6 minus 3 is divisible by 3, then we know 3 minus 6 will also be divisible by 3. So for all those pairs, if x minus y is divisible by 3, y minus x will undoubtedly be divisible by 3. Everyone with me on this? Are you all understanding it? Okay, even if it is mod, that is also fine. Even if it is a mod, that is also perfectly fine, going great. Now with that, when I move towards the next question, here, somebody is saying, sir, will tomorrow shift 2 be hard because I am much harder? Yes. Great, great, great. The harder you get, the harder the shift gets. Brilliant, perfect. Really appreciated the logic you are giving here at this stage while preparing for ITJEE. Hats off. Now look at this. Whether it is a transitive relationship or not, how do we verify that? We know x minus y is divisible by 3 and y minus z is divisible by 3. So all these 3 numbers x, y, z will be from either of any triplets only. So x and z will also belong to that triplet only. I hope you're understanding. If I choose, let's say 2, 5 and 5, 8. So 2, 8 will be that third relation x, z. So 2, 8 is definitely going to be divisible because it is chosen from that triplet only. Did you get my statement very clearly? So with that, I'll say it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. It is all 3. With that, I'll say statement 1 was correct because there were 27 elements, but statement 2 is definitely correct. And I'd say which of the options is needed to be marked? Statement 1 is incorrect. Okay, so accordingly, you can see the correct option. Statement 2 is correct, but statement 1 is not correct. Option C. Everyone with me on this? Great, great, great. Now moving ahead. Yes, that's perfectly fine, Akash. It is a memory-based paper. We did not write the paper. We have received the inputs from the students. So whatever they said, we have taken those inputs as it is. So we are applying that data only. I hope you are understanding that data at this stage still don't matter because what you need to understand is that what category of questions are being asked, what level of difficulty is being asked, how are they giving you the questions and how should you prepare for those questions conceptually. That is the idea of this analysis session if you are understanding the motive or intent very clearly. I hope I need not give you much clarity on that front. I hope we are clear with that. So great. With that, when I move ahead, I cannot because I have these many questions at this stage. I'll definitely bring more, but let me call the next person. So let me see who is coming. So Gaurav sir is ready. So let's see whether he joins or not. So I am ending from my end. Let's see whether he confirms. Then I will leave it so that I end. Let me just get a confirmation from Gaurav sir. By the time Gaurav sir confirms, can you tell me how was your shift? Did you like it? Okay, Gaurav sir has confirmed. I am moving out and he is coming in.
Yes. Yes. So I'm back with I guess 3 questions, and while they were getting typed, I saw the question from the solution, a basic. In on 21st of January, they were interested in depression of freezing point, the colligative property. Then on 22nd, they asked about osmotic pressure. Then today in the first half, they asked about RLVP, and now they are doing just the basic mathematics of ideal solution. In the morning shift, we had actually 2 questions of solution chapter. Sir, very easy. You so guys start attempting this. I attempted 70 questions, sir. I will minimum get perfect 250 plus marks for sure. Yes, beta. I mean, if 250 plus marks, Shri Hari Nagaraj. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that name inappropriately, but I mean, reading that strong long name requires time. So, but it is great. It is great, beta. I mean, super. Yes, superb. So, hello Pratik, and hello Mr. 99.9 percentile, and hello Jinendra Gu Singha. Why you people at least, I mean, when we are very much comfortable, when we are meeting regularly, then these names will be closer to the heart because we'll be listening them constantly. So I'm not, yes, I'm joking. So because I'm giving you time to attempt, so I hope most of you, some of you have got the answer. So let us attempt this easy question of ideal solution. The question says, I have an ideal solution which is formed by mixing 2 mole of A and 1 mole of B. Okay, sir. Then this solution has what is the total mole, sir? I hope you know 3 plus 1 is 4. So I have total 4 moles, 3 of this component A, 1 of this component B. And the vapor pressure of the solution is found to be 500 mm of Hg. So do the basic maths. What is the basic maths? Sub total pressure is equal to partial pressure of A into mole fraction of A per partial pressure of B into mole fraction of B. The basic class, class 12th NCRT, the question you get in boards. So this is 500. They are asking, I do not know what is P naught A, so let it be P naught A. What about mole fraction of A, sir? A is 3, total is 4, so this will be 3 by 4 plus P naught B. What is mole fraction of B, sir? Number of moles of B upon total moles, that is 1 by 4. So I hope this is quite clear to you. Okay, let us not make this as one equation. Let us solve it a bit, one step more. So multiply this 4. So 3 P naught A plus P naught B will be equal to 5 into 4 is 220. So 2000. This is equation 1. Now, after further, you again add 1 mole. 1 mole of what? 1 mole of A. If you do that, what happens? Pressure of solution rises and becomes 520. So do that. I mean, now if you are adding A, so moles of A will be 3 plus 1 as in 4. But total will be not 4. Total will now become 5. So again, do the same math. So 3 plus 1 is 4 times of P naught A. B is same. So P naught B upon, I am taking that total in my mind. Now it will be 5. So upon 5 LCM, 5 will go here. So 5 into, what is the total pressure? 520. So 5, 5, 20. So 2,000 was 2, 5 to the 10, 0, 1, 26, 2600. So 4 P naught A plus P naught B is 2600. What you have to find? Okay, you just have to find P naught A. So what to do? This is equation 2. So do 2 minus 1. That's it. I guess no mathematics also required. So 4A minus 3A will give you P naught A. PB is gone. And this is simply 600. No into divide also is required. Answer is 600. Thank you. Going to study. Okay. And hope. Yes, hope is where we have built our relations on. So I hope you have got your answer as 600. So moving to the next question, which says, which of the following molecule gives iodoform test? So iodoform reaction is given by, sir, it has to be given by active methylene group. Although formic acid, some other conjugated systems, they also give positive iodoform test. But as per NCERT, what should you know? Active methylene group, as in you should have a CH3 connected with a carbonyl group. Sir, if this carbonyl group, let's say it is alcohol, still it can give iodoform test. Why? Because if someone can oxidize a carbonyl carbon, then this alcohol can definitely first be oxidized to carbonyl carbon, and then further haloform reaction can take place, because haloform is a strong oxidizing agent, but it is a structure specific reaction. So it oxidizes only what? It oxidizes the methyl, it oxidizes the carbonyl group next to a methyl group, and this carbonyl group is removed in form of iodoform, which is CHI3. So you just have to watch for that structure. So let us watch for that structure. Obviously, sir, this is present in case of ethanol. So whatever other options we have, because this is not advanced paper, so this is definitely option number 3. I hope you got that. Sir, B was asked. Sir, in previous question POB was asked. Beta, in previous question if POB was asked, then you have calculated P naught A. Put that P naught A over here. So 600 into 3 is 1800. 1800 minus 2000. So answer will be P naught B will be 200. So logic is same. And yes, the area from which question has been asked, you should know that. So telling you all that thing. Moving to the next question. I hope it is clear now. Yes, okay. Programming. I hope we are done with the previous question. Now coming to the this question, although this appears to be a drastic question, but if you just go by logic, then it will be very, very nice. So let us see. First, zinc and heat. Sir, NCERT. Zinc plus heat do what? Sir, it is a vicinal dihalide. So vicinal dihalide, zinc removes those Br. It is removed in form of Zn Br2, and what you get is an alkene. So what alkene you are supposed to get? So this 5 carbon, this is an ethyl group, this is an ethyl group, and a nice and sweet alkene has been introduced. So this is A. Done. After that A, you have to bring the attack of HBr. And remember, I always tell my student, I'm telling you also, Markovnikov never helps. Instead, go by basic. What is the basic? Alkene is an electron rich species. First it will be attacked by H plus. So once H plus will attack, it will form a carbocation, and carbocation formation is always the slowest step. So first give carbocation the comfort of getting stabilized. So rearrangement you can always think of, if you are not thinking of the rectification of Markovnikov addition, the double bonded carbon, if you have a negative part of attacking species goes to that double bonded carbon which has less hydrogen. No, go by basic. So let's say if this double bond is removed, so let me directly do it. Let's say this is removed. Let's say I have H over here, then I'll get a carbocation over here. Anyway, you will make it a symmetrical structure. Now, but rearrangement can take place because over here it is 2 degree carbocation. So what can it do? Over here, no, this will be having 3 degree. So does it have a hydrogen? Yes. So hydride shifting will take place, and this carbocation will be reaching over there. So by this hydride shifting, you will have a more stable carbocation. I hope it is clear that this carbocation is more stable, and hence it will be formed. And now conveniently the negative part, which is Br minus, will attack and will get you the desired product. So what option you are seeing? So B is this, yes. A is this, no, A has double bond over here, so this is wrong. A is not this, obviously, because it is a single correct. So option C is your right answer. So one was ethyl and one, okay. Arish is saying one was ethyl and in that case, let's say if one would be ethyl and one, if this is methyl and this is ethyl, so then you have to check for hyperconjugation, because then inductive will be tied, and which is having better hyperconjugation, the ethyl one. So the group which is having ethyl, make a carbocation over there and shift to the place where you have methyl, because methyl will be having greater hyperconjugation stabilization if it is methyl, because someone is saying. I hope we are clear. Arish, perfect. Moving to the next question. Okay, this is the end of chemistry question till now. They must be getting typed, so let's see who else is next is available. The Sumit sir is ready, so over to Sumit sir. I hope he is ready. सर बी क्यों नहीं हो सकता? बी क्यों नहीं हो सकता? लेट मी सी, बी क्यों नहीं हो सकता? बेटा, दिस वॉज अ 2 डिग्री कार्बोकैटायन ना, सो कार्बोकैटायन नीड्स टू गेट स्टेबलाइज्ड, दैट्स व्हाई बी नहीं हो सकता, because 3 degree is more stable. 3 is more stable. Okay, so over to Sumit sir. I hope I'm clear. Karan,
Having angle of inclination theta. Am I audible to you? Please mention. Am I audible to you? Okay. Okay then. So this is a question. A body is projected upon smooth inclined plane having angle of inclination theta with horizontal as shown. Find the distance covered before stopping. So this question is of which topic? Is it of kinematics or from laws of motion? Can you mention? Is it from kinematics or laws of motion? Which topic it is? Now here you see we are projecting it with velocity u. Now acceleration, you can say force mg is acting downward like this. Component of mg in this direction is mg sine theta. This is the only force which is acting in this direction. Okay, therefore its acceleration is in this direction. What is that? G sine theta. Speed is u. It will stop. Let us take here. Which formula we will use? V square minus u square is equals to 2 into a into s. V is 0. Acceleration is minus g sine theta because it is in the opposite direction into the displacement s. So s comes out to be u square by 2g sine theta. Okay. When we throw a ball vertically up, what is the formula of maximum height? U square by 2g. Here acceleration is, instead of g, it is g sine theta. So u square by 2g sine theta. Directly also we could have mentioned that. I will get 270. Oh, great, amazing. Then use Newton's equation. Sir, not my name is Rit. What is that? It's in small font actually. Nitesh. Okay, Nitesh. You are getting really 270. That's a great score actually. Very great score. Okay, hey, everyone are going to be selected in IIT Madras. सर ये ऑप्शन में नहीं था. U square by 2g sin theta. Now this is a memory based question. I am saying, okay, this angle is theta, so might be, theta may be with vertical or like that. Some things can change, but conceptually the question is same. Okay, conceptually the question is same. It is memory based. Few things can be here and there, but conceptually it will be the same. Now another question on physics. Let us see this. In equilateral triangular frame, the current is of 2 ampere. The side of frame is 4√3. The magnetic field at center is. Now, if I have a wire of limited length, and this perpendicular distance is, let us take r, if I ask you what will be the magnetic field, let us take this is phi 1, this is phi 2. How we write that? B is equals to mu naught I by 4 pi into the perpendicular distance into sine of phi 1 plus sine of phi 2. This is how we write the magnetic field due to a straight wire of, you can say, limited length, isn't it? Yeah. So same thing we will use. Symmetrically, I can say all the three wires will be having equal contribution. So I will find due to one of this length and multiply with that with the 3. Okay. So what is this perpendicular distance? Let us take find due to this. We are trying to find due to this. Okay. So this is my perpendicular distance. How much is the perpendicular distance, by the way? If this is L, this total is L root 3, L cos 30, isn't it? Because this is 30 degree. This is 30 degree. So this is L cos 30 and this is the centroid. It divides into 2:1 ratio. So 1 by 3rd of L cos 30. So this distance is 1 by 3 of L cos 30. So how much is that? L root 3 by 2 into 3, that is 6. L root 3 by 6. I think this is fine. Okay. Now put 4 root 3 there. L is my 4 root 3. So 4 root 3 into root 3 divided distance. Okay. What is that perpendicular distance? Anyways, I will put that value later. That is 2 centimeter. Anyways, let us put it here itself. Into the perpendicular distance into sine of phi 1 plus sine of phi 2. So sine 60 plus sine 60. And this is due to one segment. I need due to 3. Each of them are contributing equally and the magnetic field is in the same direction due to each of them. So we will add. So into 3. This becomes my total B. Now let us put the values. So this is 3 into mu naught by 4 pi is 10 to the power minus 7 into the magnetic field into the current there, that is 2. So 2 divided by 2 by 100. So into 100 will go in the numerator into sine 60 root 3 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 is root 3. This 2 is getting cancelled. This becomes what it is, 3 root 3 into 10 to the power minus 5 Tesla. Let us see in the options we are having in micro Tesla. So if I convert into micro, so this will become 30 root 3 micro Tesla. 30 root 3 micro Tesla. A option is coming. Yes. Yes, Devraj. Perfect. Sir, paper अच्छा नहीं गया. Sir, paper अच्छा नहीं गया. Okay. Okay. So what was the reason? Your preparation was lagging, or you got like confused in the exam, or you wasted time in the difficult question? What mistakes you did? Can you mention that? Then accordingly you have to plan. Not done well in the exam. What was the reason? Please mention why the exam was not good. Bro, answer me. You just told it's, what is that? Okay, sir, I attempt all questions in 2 hours 48 minutes. I think I got 289. What is that? 89 marks. 269 or 89. The font is very small. 289. Okay. Great. That's a very, very good score. So let us see who is coming now. I think Deependra sir is coming. So Deependra sir, it's over to you.
Okay, so I think Sumit sir has ended and I must be visible now with a new question on the screen. Just give me a quick confirmation. Am I visible? Is my screen visible to you all? Give me a quick response, students. Are we all live again? Let me refresh the screen so that I can get the confirmation that yes, we are visible. Great, great. So this is the question which we have done previously. Moving ahead with the next question. Yes, we see a question from matrices and determinants. Nothing surprising in that case. Great, great, great. So how do we start with that? I know the 12th maths because I'm in 10th. Great, perfect. So here A matrix is given as 0, 0, 0 diagonal, 2, minus 3, 1, minus 2, 3, 1. By looking at this, your instincts must say this to you that this is a skew symmetric matrix. I hope I need not explain that part. So for skew symmetric matrix, few things we know. It is a 3 by 3 odd order skew symmetric matrix, hence its determinant will be 0. And skew symmetric means what? A transpose will be negative of A. Now, we are told that there is a matrix B which is there in such a manner that B times I minus A is equal to I plus A. What I need is, I need to figure out the value of B transpose. So let's take transpose on both sides. So when I take transpose is distributable over product, addition, subtraction and everything. With that, when I proceed with that, B transpose, I transpose, A transpose, I transpose, A transpose. But the transpose of identity matrix is identity matrix. So it becomes B transpose, I minus A, I plus A transpose. I'm really sorry. A transpose is minus A. So this A transpose, when I replace by minus A, it becomes I plus A. A transpose becomes minus A. Two things will happen here. Can I move ahead with that? Great, Rahul. Thank you. With that, I am multiplying this equation by B pre-multiplication. On the left hand side, I'm doing this multiplication by B. So this is B transpose. Here it is B times I minus A. But we are told that B times I minus A is I plus A. So B times I minus A I'm replacing by I plus A. So B transpose I plus A is equal to I plus A. I hope you understand that. So B transpose minus I will be I plus A, because I plus A when brought here on the left hand side, or you can simply do this, that you can post multiply it by the inverse of I plus A. One of that methods will also work. So I'm simply saying this funda here, that if I post multiply it by the inverse of I plus A, then I plus A and I plus A are nullified, and you're left with B transpose as the identity matrix. I hope you have understood that conclusion. Great. Now from here, what I'll say is, I think somebody is copying it through AI and pasting it here. Great, brilliant. Search it on the screen and paste it through AI. Brilliant, perfect. We really appreciate such efforts. Very, very genius, amazingly genius you are. You must be having an IQ above 200, I may say, or above 2000. What should I say in that case? So here we have B transpose is I. Did you get that? Now, completely very easy. Okay. Great. With that, we are seeing a lot of spams today. Aware of it, beware of it. So here B transpose should be I. Now, we need to figure out the trace of B transpose. Trace means what? The sum of the diagonal matrix, sum of the identity matrix. Sum of the diagonal matrix of the identity matrix is 1 plus 1 plus 1, which is 3, which is something really simple and easy. Did you understand that? From here, when I move ahead, what I see next is the next question. This is again a very simple one, a question based on permutation and combination. So 2 questions so far we have seen in this shift from permutation and combination. This is the second one. How do we solve this one here? S is given as number of 4-digit numbers A, B, C, D, 4-digit numbers where product of digits is 20. Now we know 20 is 5 into 4. Further, if I go ahead, then this 4 can also be classified as 2 into 2. If you do not introduce a 1 here, but I need a 4-digit number. So 1154 will give me 20, or 4 can further be classified as 2 into 2. So 5221. Now these 4 digits can be arranged in 4 factorial ways, but 2 ones are identical, are divided by 2 factorial. Second way, 5221, again 4 digits can be arranged in 4 factorial ways, out of which these two are identical, so 2 factorial ways. So either this or this could happen, so I could add it and I can get the value of S. Now P says 5-digit numbers A, B, C, D, E such that the product is still 20. So I'll say again 11154. Or this 4 can be split into 2 more, 2. So with that, I'll be getting these cases. So with this, 5 digits are there, which can be arranged in 5 factorial ways, out of which these 3 are identical and divided by 3 factorial. Or what else could happen? 1, 1, 2, 2, 5. So 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 2 factorial. So this summation will give me the value of P. So I got S, I got P. I think with that, we can crack S plus P without any confusion or hesitation. With that, let us look at the next question. Great. Now, with this question, we see summation k is ranging from 1 to n, ak is given by alpha n square plus beta n, right? This summation k, where it is, ak, where k is ranging from 1 to n means what? A1 plus A2 plus A3. So this is summation of n terms. of any sequence. For any sequence, we need not identify this. For any sequence, can I not say, although if its summation is given by this, we know it is basically going to be an AP. Do you remember that? We had a discussion on this, that if sum of n terms of a sequence is given by an square plus bn, then this is always an AP. Do you remember this? This was told to you in the discussion of all the important formula revision of mathematics which we did right before your JEE examination, and in this entire one stretch revision marathon which we did of entire mathematics, there also we did cover this particular concept. Because at my end the stream is lagging. I hope it is properly visible to all the participants. Just give me a quick response. So with that, Sn is going to be an square plus b alpha n square plus beta n. But what is Sn minus 1? Alpha n minus 1 whole square minus beta n minus 1. That is your an. So when I simplify this, I cancel out a lot of things and I get this an as 2 alpha times n minus 1 plus beta. We are given 8 n as 59. 8 n means what? N should be replaced by 10. So it will be 9 into 2, that is 18 alpha plus beta, that is 59. We are given a6 as 79. a6 means what? N should be replaced by 6. So 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 into 2 is 10. So 10 alpha plus beta should be 79. We got two equations in two variables, and here two equations in two variables can be solved very easily, and you can crack the value of alpha and beta. And once you have cracked the value of alpha and beta, you can write alpha plus beta. That's great. That's great. Good, good, good. So with that, can I move ahead with this particular question? Let me see. Do I have some more questions? So yes, we do have one more question. This is from probability. Now, how do we do it? Conditional probability, and you could just follow the path. If you could create the right tree structure, if you could create the right hierarchy, you would be able to crack this particular one. How do we solve this question? First of all, bag A contains 9 white and 8 black balls. So there is a bag A which is configured like this. Okay, I hope there is no confusion on that front. Now what are we told? That there is bag B which contains 6 white and 4 black balls. So there are 6 white and 4 black. This is the configuration of bag B. Now, here, let's define the event. A ball is randomly transferred from bag B to bag A. So from bag B to bag A, it is transferred. Then from bag A ball is drawn. Okay, so I think from bag B, there are two possibilities. Which two possibilities, student? I may have either transferred a white ball or a black ball. So what is the probability of transferring a white ball to bag A from bag B? So bag B has 6 white balls out of total 10 balls. So there are 6 by 10 chances that I may have transferred a white ball from bag B to bag A. Or what else could have happened is I could have transferred a black ball from bag B to bag A. So total 4 black balls are there, total 10 balls are there. So 4 by 10 is the possibility or the probability of transferring a black ball from bag B to bag A. Now, after transferring a white ball into bag A or transferring a black ball into bag A, what is the configuration of bag A? Bag A has 9 white. So when 1 white is given, it has 10 white and 8 black intact. Or when 1 black is given, it has 9 white as it is intact, but 9 black. I hope you got that. Now what are we told? That probability drawn ball is white from bag A. So from bag A, a white ball should be drawn. So here, with this hierarchy, with this tree, with this branch, what is the possibility do we see? So I would say there are 10 white balls. Out of total 10 plus 8, 18 balls. So white from bag A can be chosen, or the probability of having a white from A will be 10 by 18. Similarly, a white from bag A in this scenario would be 9 upon 18 because 9 white are there. So that will be 9 by 18. So when I follow this tree hierarchy, this would happen and this would happen, or this would have happened and this would have happened, or means addition and means multiplication. So with that, 6 by 10 into 10 by 18 plus 4 by 10 into 9 by 18 will be your answer, which after simplification you can crack. Can I move ahead with that? I hope there is no confusion on that. With that, when I move ahead, I think I am done with my part so far. So let's call Gaurav sir so that he continues further. Let me just put a message. Gaurav sir should join. I am ending this so that Gaurav sir just give me a confirmation so that I end this. By the way, you guys who are online, sincerely watching this video,
Yes, yes, yes. So thank you, Dipen sir. I hope it was really helpful for students. So am I audible? I have doubt after transferring one. Okay, maths. You can rags. You can always ask that whenever Deepen sir comes back. So am I audible? Shall we start? I'm already showing you the question from biomolecules. Student asks, I mean, my students used to ask me a lot, sir, we do not remember the structure of bases. I always tell them, just know the names and the types of. One is single structure bases, one are two structure bases. Why don't you actually, in mains you do not know you need to know the structures, but although they went in NCRT, so if possible do biomolecules completely, because that is definitely going to make one question correct. Yes, Karan. Ram, good evening, good evening. Okay, so I hope you got the answer. Sir, it is talking about DNA. So what is optically active? Sir, our DNA, these nucleic acids are made of what? Phosphate group, the sugar, and the base. Base, sir, is a benzene ring, maybe one or maybe two. So benzene rings are always planar. So planar geometry can't have they are symmetrical. So they can't be asymmetrical. So they can't be chiral. So bases out of the question. What else, sir? Phosphates. Phosphate is P double bonded oxygen all the sides. So it also can't be chiral. So we are left with sugars, and therefore two options are sugar only. So what does D stands for? It stands for deoxyribose sugar. What is RNA? RNA is your pentose sugar. And you need to know, this Hayward projection is not important. It is very, very important. So how to remember it? On the terminal on the side adjacent to oxygens, you put groups at the top, CH2OH, this OH, and in these one put OH at the bottom. What is this? This is ribose sugar. But sir, this sugar is present in RNA. It is talking for DNA. So what is DNA? Deoxyribose. Sir, where to deoxify the oxygen of the second carbon? So this is beta D ribose at the second carbon, as in at this carbon, do the deoxy thing. So if you remove oxygen, what are you left with? Hydrogen. So this is your deoxyribose sugar. This is your deoxyribose sugar, which is actually present in DNA, and obviously you can see it has a chiral center. So your answer will be C. Yes, Karan, perfect. So a piece of cake if you have read biomolecules properly. So moving forward now, KMNO4 for D block elements. KMNO4, sir, for KMNO4 we have to remember that it is an oxidizing agent, but for acidic medium, basic medium, for neutral medium, the Mn plus 2, MnO2, MnO4 2 minus. For KMNO4 it is, you have to remember it. But K2Cr2O7, which is this K2Cr27O7, I'm sorry, K2Cr27 is an oxidizing agent, and it acts as an oxidizing agent thanks to NTA only in acidic medium. So this Cr2O7 2 minus, as in dichromate when reacts with, it is asking you that the oxidation state of chromium in the product when this react with acidified Ki, as in I minus. In acidic medium, it is an oxidizing agent. Oxidized K2Cr27 is oxidizing agent, oxidizes others and reduces itself to Cr plus 3. And obviously this will get oxidized. You do not have to know all these. Why? Because it is just asking the oxidation state of this chromium. So what will be the oxidation state of this chromium? Plus 3. Yes. Superb. Rags, Darshil, Devraj, perfect. Implicit is saying, I am not understand why this shift chemistry is so easy. Chemistry is supposed to be easy, my friend, because you are supposed to do chemistry in 30-35 minutes also. So if you have to think of this chemistry and doing almost 22-23 questions in 30 minutes, then you have to practice hard, my friend, because you need that extra 30 minutes to invest in physics and mathematics, right? So that's why before giving JEE, I completed the Pradeep chemistry. Okay, that's very good. That's very wonderful. But completing 22-23 questions correctly in 30 minutes is a task. For that, you need revision implicit. I hope you get my point. But if you have completed the complete chemistry, hats off to you, my friend. I have all the blessings for you. You will be doing great. But just make the time management also. You have to do these questions also in 30 minutes also. So two important things you have to keep in your mind. Okay. Okay, yeah, and the paper one was good. So hard the paper. I mean, Ketan is also saying if paper is hard, then obviously the amount of time you will be required in chemistry increases. That would decrease the extra time you can devote in physics and maths. So overall, the overall score reduces. So then normalization takes place, and I do not know. I guess nobody knows what is the actual process of normalization. Only they know. So moving forward, this question is my correct. Okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Abhishek Shinde. Perfect, Abhishek. So after the confirmation from Mr. Shinde, let us move forward. Hey, piece of cake. Piece of cake here. Come on. I mean, if somebody has done this incorrectly, it's a crime. Do not eat roti today. It will be bad. Why? Sir, this is a 3-degree 3-degree carbocation. This should be plus. This is a 3-degree carbocation stabilized by 9 hyperconjugating hydrogens. I hope it is clear. It is even stable than 1-degree benzylic because this is the best possible case of hyperconjugation, and this is methyl, not at all, not even 1 degree. So let us do the options. B is more stable, yes. A is more stable, go to hell. B is more stable, yes. A is more stable, no. It has 9, yes. Due to resonance, no. So option A. Now you tell me, sir, overall how was beta till now? Whatever question, okay. Ariva, beta, you are, I know you. I know this name. You are a good follower. And beta, Ariva, so far the question we have got for chemistry now, it was, I mean, paper one was good or morning shift was good. This is okay. Different but similar question and answer B is stable. B is stable, beta. So option A. Moving forward. Now, this question is of redox, basic redox. 250 cc as an ml of this much molar acidified K2Cr2 solution neutralizes this much ml or cc. 1 cc is 1 ml. 0.6 molar salt. Now, what is Mohr salt? Ferrous sulfate dot ammonium sulfate dot 6H2. But what is the only species which undergoes redox? Sir, Fe plus 2. Only ferrous get oxidized. So inorganically, you should know this. And if you know this, now this question is quite easy for you. What are we going to do? Cr2O7 2 minus will react with ferrous ion, because in Mohr salt only this ferrous ion undergoes oxidation and oxidizes to ferric ion, because happening in acidic medium. And we have already done this, a similar question for chromium detailing, and again thus the dichromate detailing is used for the numerical also. So what we will do, sir, nothing, law of equivalence. So number of gram equivalent we will equate. Why to balance? Just do law of equivalence. Number of gram equivalent of K2Cr2O7 will be equal to number of gram equivalent of Mohr salt, because Mohr salt has FeS4 as in 1 mole. So whatever will be the mole of ferrous ion, that will be the moles of the Mohr salt. What formula of gram equivalent you will use? Sir, molarity given, volume given. So put value, and molarity is given as x into 10 raised to the power minus 3. So x into 10 raised to the power minus 3 into volume is 250. Okay, sir, it is ml. So ml and milli will get cancelled. So why bother? So milligram equivalent we are equating, let's say. Now, what about valency factor? So here it is plus 6, or here it is plus 3. So plus 6 to plus 3 is a transfer of how many electrons? 3 electrons. But this one species is having how many chromium? 2. So total electron transferred will be 6, my friends. So valency factor will be 6 over here. What about ferrous ion? Coming out from Mohr salt. So molarity of Mohr salt is 0.6. Volume is 750. Milli got cancelled. Valency factor from plus 2 to plus 3, just 1. Done. Just do that into divide. 250, 750, this is 3 rupees. Then 1 rupee, this is 2 rupees. So x is 10 raised to the power minus 3 going over there. So 1000 upon 2 into 6. Okay, I just have 0.6. So that is 600 by 2. Answer is 300. 300. Just check. 600 by 2. Yes, answer is 300. D. Perfect. Rags. Rags. Perfect. 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 So okay. Darshil is saying wrong question. Question was after reaction, what is oxidation state of chromium? Beta, Darshil, we have done that question before. There was one question. I've done that question. Just rewind. I mean, switch to some few minutes back. You will see the same question we have discussed. Sir, what are the upcoming plans for April attempt? Beta, Ariva, for April attempt, we have plan of attempting the paper to a better efficiency, because if we are standing at January, you'll be having, if you're a class 12 student, you'll be having a boards, and post that we are having a better attempt of January. And if you have attempted sufficiently well in January attempt, then practice for advance. So that is on, as far as per we are concerned, we are always and every time there with you. So whatever you need will be notified. So keep switching to the PWJ English channel, and we'll be giving you all the details, all the new things that we are coming for you. And yes, we are definitely supercharging to give and serve you as to the best of efficiency that we can. Moving forward, I hope everybody got this answer. Now, coming to the question of atomic structure. Photoelectric effect. So photoelectric effect is also loved. But here you have to do some into divide. So you guys take out your pen, help me. Ariva, help me. I want that into divide. So two metals with work function in the ratio 1:2. Let's say, okay, A and B. So this is ratio of phi A upon phi B. The work function ratio is given out to be 1/2. Point number 1. Are exposed with photons of energy 6 electron volt. Total energy is given out to be 6 electron volt. So incident radiation has a total energy of 6 electron volt. If kinetic energy, and there are two metals, total energy is coming out to be 6 electron volt. Now, if kinetic energy of A and B is in the ratio, obviously they will receive that total energy and will create the work function. So, when exposed with photons of energy that much, kinetic energy. So, kinetic energy, I'm writing K. So, kinetic energy of A upon kinetic energy of B. What is the ratio? Okay, this ratio is not beautiful. So, let me take this ratio downwards because I need space, because this is not beautiful. This is 2.642 upon 1. This is the kinetic energy ratio. Okay. Then you have to tell the value of phi A and phi B. Okay. Then apply work function equation. So total energy 6 electron volt is equal to phi A. So phi A is equal to 2 phi A is equal to phi B. So phi A I'm writing as phi A plus kinetic energy of A. Kinetic energy of A is equal to 2.642 times of kinetic energy of B. I'm directly substituting. Whatever is one, I'm substituting by the other. So this is for the first equation, applying for the first metal, and this 6 is also equal to phi B. Now what is phi B? I'm doing it for the second metal. So energy, total energy is equal to work function. So work function will be equal to phi B is equal to 2 times of phi A. So phi B I'm substituting as 2 times of phi A plus kinetic energy of B. So because kinetic energy of A is that 2.642 times of B, so I'm writing this as KB, so that I obviously all of us know we have to do into divide. So let us do into divide. Okay, Shrila has given, Devraj has given. Perfect. So this is the into divide. I have two equations, two unknowns. So obviously you will solve, and Devraj, Shrila all are saying 2.3 and 4.6, and you are definitely correct. So shall I move forward? Two equations, two unknown, you will solve. Perfect. Ariva is also saying perfect. Then moving forward, why invest? I'm sorry, I'm finished with question. So let's see. Else we'll do into divide, or let's see if we have another question or another faculty ready for you with the questions. So anyone? By the time, okay, everyone is giving answer. Perfect, yeah, perfect. Thank you. Great sport. Okay, Sumit sir is ready. So Sumit sir, over to you.
Are you able to hear me? Please mention in the comments. So we are having few more questions in physics. Let us see. Till now we discussed one question from ray optics, another question from rotation, then kinematics, and then one finding the magnetic field. Okay, all these questions we discussed. Now we are having few more questions. Good evening, sir. Good evening. I heard physics was tough. Let us see. We are having few more questions. Let us see if it is easy or tough. I think okay, we are ready to go. Let us see how many questions we have. Your opinion. We will see. We will see a few questions because we just till now we saw, I think how many questions? 4 questions, from which first ray optics question was simple, then rotation question, moment of inertia question was a bit calculative but simple. Kinematics question was very straightforward. Magnetic field question was having some calculations, but that was not that difficult. Okay, now let us see further. This is our next question. Let us read this. 4 charges are capped as shown. Find magnitude of electric field at point P. Okay, here we need to find magnitude of electric field. How much is this? This distance was given as 2 centimeter. Okay, this distance was given as 1 centimeter. Now it will behave like one dipole. Okay, let us take this is my P1. Another dipole. This is my P2. I want to find magnetic field at P, that is at 40 centimeter from here and 40 centimeter from here. Now if I write magnetic field at P due to P1, because this is on the equatorial line, so magnetic field will be in this direction E1, and this is on the axial line, it will be in this direction E2. E1 and E2 are perpendicular. What is E1? Magnitude, just need magnitude. We know that is Kp by r cube, minus Kp by r cube. Minus means the downward direction. So Kp1 by r cube, Kp1 divided by r cube. What is r? 40 centimeter. What is E2? On the axial line it is 2Kp2 by r cube. 2Kp2 by r cube. Okay. Now these two are perpendicular. So when we find E net, it will be root of E1 square plus E2 square. Okay, so K by R cube I can take common root of P1 square plus 4 P2 square. Okay, now let us put the values. What is K? K is 9 into 10 to the power 9. What is R? R is 40 centimeter. 40 centimeter means 0.4, yeah, 0.4 meter. So 4 cube into 10 to the power minus 3. Yeah, then root of P1. What is P1? Q into D. So P1 is 4 into 10 to the power minus 6, that is the charge, into the distance is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this becomes 8 into 10 to the power minus 8. What is P2? P2 is Q into D. Q is 2 into 10 to the power minus 6 into the distance is 1 into 10 to the power minus 2. So this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 8. Now 10 to the power minus 8 I can take common out. 8 square plus 2 P1, there is a factor of 8. Okay, so 8 square, that is 64, plus 4 into P2 square. P2 square is 4. 4 into 4, 16. Now what is this? This is root of 80, and here we are having this was 10 to the power 1 will remain here, then 10 to the power 4 will remain. So 9 into 10 to the power 4 divided by, this is 4 cube, 16 into 4 is 6. Anyways, keep this 4 cube. From here I can take 4 common. Okay, from root I will take 4 square common. So 4 will come out. So this will become 4 square. 4 square, and inside root it will become 16 plus 1, that is 17. Root of 17. Sorry. 16 when I'll take 4 plus 1, 5. I did a calculation mistake. 4 plus 1, 5. Now what it is? So let us write in kilo. So this will become 90 by 16 root 5 kilovolt per meter. Now what it is? 45 by 8 root 5 kilovolt per meter. This shit is the toughest. Yeah, so much calculation is there. Yeah, I can understand actually. Not conceptually tough. I think you are in line with me. It is not conceptually tough. It is made tough by calculations. It is not conceptually tough. So this is a problem with such questions. So better to skip these type of questions during the exam and attempt them at the end. Because if you get into this, you know the formulas, you know everything, you know each step. But you know, like in exam, if you take 4, 5, 6 minutes, then you know pressure is there. Okay, from 6 minutes still I am on the same question, and in hurry you will do some calculation mistake, one calculation mistake, question will be wrong. Yeah. Another question. 1 mole of diatomic gas is expanding isothermally from V to 2V at 27 degrees Celsius if magnitude of work done by gas in this case is same as the work done in adiabatic process where initial temperature is 27 degrees Celsius and final temperature is T degrees Celsius. Find the value of T. Okay. First of all, for the above process, the work done is W1 is equals to the work done in the second process, that is W2. First process is isothermal. What is the formula? nRT ln V2 by V1. Here, this is adiabatic process. For adiabatic process, Q is 0, W is equals to minus delta U, so minus NCV delta T. Okay, this here and here the things are different. Okay, this is for the first process, this is for the second process. For the first process, it is 1 mole of diatomic gas. So 1 into R into T is 27 degrees Celsius. So 300 ln V2 by V1, 2V by V, that is 2, is equals to minus work done in adiabatic process where initial temperature is 27. Okay, it's the same gas. Okay, it is diatomic gas. Yeah, work done in let me read again. If the magnitude of work done by the gas in this case is same as that the work done in adiabatic process where initial temperature this and final temperature, it means we will consider the same gas, we will consider the diatomic gas only. So N is 1 into CV is 5R by 2 into delta T. Delta T is initial temperature. What is the initial? 27 degree. What is the final? T degree. So final is, let us take T, we will convert that to Kelvin. We are considering this in Kelvin. Okay, minus initial. Okay, I can directly put in Celsius only, because yes, I am putting in Celsius only because need not convert then. I directly put, we need delta T na. So delta T whether you find in Kelvin or you find in Celsius, it's the same. So final minus the initial, that is 27. Now do the calculations. R, this will become, and 5, that is 60. So this will become 120 ln 2 is equals to 27 minus T. 27 minus T. So T comes out to be 27 minus 120 ln 2. 27 minus 120 into, what is ln 2? What is ln 2? 0.69? 0.69. Can you help me with the calculations? Can you help me? Sir, please speak in English, Hindi. Oh, actually this is for English students. Okay, this is PWJ English. So therefore, we are speaking in English. What is this? 120 into 0.69. Okay, minus 27. This will become 55 nearly. Okay, nearly. Nearly we need to find. So nearly it will become minus 57. Nearly, not exactly. Nearly minus 57. Sir, my physics all questions are correct for the first time. I guaranteed you I got physics 100 percentile. Amazing, great, very good. Sir, in question log 2 is given as 0.693. Okay, 693 if we will do, I think it will be more proper, not ln2. That is ln, okay, natural log. Okay, so 0.693 like that. Anyways, calculations were there in this question also. Another question. The speed of sound in air is this. At 0 degree Celsius is V. When the temperature of air is increased to a certain value, the speed of the sound becomes twice the value at 0 degree Celsius. What is the speed formula? Speed of sound, that is root of gamma RT by M. If the speed of sound becomes 2 times, temperature should become 4 times. Okay, so my V dash is twice of V, so my T dash should be equal to 4 times of T. Everything else remains same. If this becomes twice, it means temperature has to become 4 times. That point is clear. So my T dash is equals to 4 times of the initial temperature in Kelvin, this much Kelvin. But I need in degree Celsius, so T dash is equals to 4 into 273 minus 273 degree Celsius now. So this is 3 into 273. So what it is? 9, 1. Yeah, 3 into 3, 9. Yeah, then here 2, 3 into 2, 6, 8. Okay. So this becomes 8. This becomes 819. Yeah, 819 degree Celsius. In real scam, what is this? What is this? What happened? Everything is okay. So here in this attempt, if I see, the questions are comparatively, the paper is comparatively a bit difficult, and it is made difficult because the calculations are more. Let us see further. When an unpolarized light falls at particular angle on glass plate, it's observed that a reflected beam is completely polarized. Reflected beam is completely polarized. When it happens? Brewster's law. You remember that? When 10 of I is equals to mu. The angle of refracted beam with respect to normal is. Okay, so this is my glass. Incident beam. Here this is reflected and this is refracted. This is at 90 and it happens, this reflected becomes polarized when this angle of incidence is 10 inverse of mu, means my 10 of I is basically equals to mu. What is mu? This is air, this is mu. Okay, refractive index here we are having mu. What is mu? What is the refractive index? 1.52, and 10 inverse of 1.52 is given as 57.3. I think there is 57.3, that is 4 by 3. 10 inverse 4 by 3 is 57.3, isn't it? If I remember properly. Yeah, 4 by 3 is nearly 1.33. There is some calculation error here. This should be 10 inverse 1.33, I think. Then only it will become like that, 1.33. Okay. Then we can consider, and here it is given 57.3. I don't know in the exam it was in decimal or not. Let us consider 57 as of now. I don't know, like if the otherwise the answer will be in decimal, isn't it? Yeah. Now, so I need this angle, this R. Now this is I, this is I. What is this? 90 minus I. my angle R is equals to 90 minus I. So R becomes 37 degree. 37 degree with the normal. No sir, it's exactly that written. It is 53. Okay, it is 53. If it is 53, then that's great. Also here it was mentioned tan inverse of 1.52 is 57.3. I don't think that is correct, because tan inverse of 4 by 3 is 57.3. 4 by 3 is 1.33, isn't it? It should be 1.33. This should be 1.33. Then only this will be 57. Okay, therefore I changed this data. 1.33, it will be 57. If that is 57, this will be 90 minus 57, that is 37. Okay. Okay, great. Another question. A parallel plate capacitor with plate separation 5 mm is charged by a battery. On introducing mica sheet of 2 mm and maintaining the connections of plate with the terminals of battery, it is found that it draws 25% more charge from the battery. Initially, this was the capacitor. Here, the charge was Q. Now, I introduced a mica sheet in between the plates. Okay, in between the plates, and the charge increased by 25%. It means this is 1.25 Q. What is Q? Q is equals to CV. Here if the capacitance is C, so here capacitance will be Kc. So if I write Q, Q is equals to CV, C into V. If I write this, my 1.25 Q, this is equals to C. C is K times of C into V. Okay, so Q is CV. Let us put Q as CV. So 1.25 CV is equals to K into CV. CV got cancelled. K is equals to 1.25. 1.25. There is a mistake. Okay, okay, on introducing, yeah, I did a mistake. This is only of 2 mm. The total separation was 5 mm. It's not introduced in the complete of the capacitor. Yeah, that difference is there. So it is introduced only in this much part, that is 2 mm, and this is my 3 mm. 3 mm is air. Anyways, charge Q dash is my 1.25 Q only. So here I can say 1.25 into Q is equals to, let us take now its total capacitance is C dash. So C dash into V. This I can write. Yeah, Q is CV. So 1.25 into CV comes out to be C dash into V. So C dash comes out to be 1.25 into C. What is C? C is A epsilon naught by D. What is C dash? C dash is a combination of two capacitors in series. This is C1, this is C2, this is with that dielectric. Here the separation is 2 mm. Here the separation is 3 mm. So C1 if I write, that is A epsilon naught, AK epsilon naught by D. D is 2 mm. Okay, D is 2, this is 2 mm. Initially here my D was 5 mm. Okay, this D was 5 mm. Here my D is 2 mm. It means how much is that? This is 2D by 5. I can write in terms of D, isn't it? I can write like this. Yeah, because doing the calculations will become easy. 2 mm I can write as 2D by 5. Perfect. Now what is C2? A epsilon naught by D. Here I can write this as 3D by 5. So C1 is 5 by 2 AK epsilon naught by D. C2 is 5 by 3. 5 by 3. Yeah, 5 by 3 A epsilon naught by D. You will say, sir, how much calculation? Okay, now find the equivalent. My C dash is equals to C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. Oh my god, so how much calculation it is? You see how much calculation it is. Yeah, tan inverse of 4 by 3 is okay, that is not 57, that is 53. Yeah, 53 only I considered there. Let me check what I considered there. Yeah, I considered 53. I considered 53. And what is 10? Can you tell what is 10 then? 57. What is 10 57? Can you mention? Let me check again. Is that 1057.3 is correct? Otherwise, we need to change the data. Let me see. This is 10 of 57.3 was mentioned. What it is? 1.55 nearly. Okay. If we go with the same data, like with this data, conceptually everything will remain same. If we go with same data, this will become 90 minus of 57.3. This is 90 minus of 57.3. Let us see. 32.7 then. I don't know if the data was same or not. I don't know whether the data was same or not. If the data was same, then the answer is 32.7. If it is 32.7, then what we need to do? If it is there in the maze, then we need to write this as 33. Round it off. Sir, in the speed of sound question, answer is asked in Celsius, you marked in Kelvin. Is this? No, I converted that to Celsius. You see, this was in Kelvin. I subtracted 273 from Kelvin to convert this into degree Celsius. This is in degree Celsius now. Please check that. I am correct here. This is in degree Celsius. Okay, coming back to the calculations. What it is? C1 C2 divided by C1 plus C2. So multiply that 5 by 2 into 5 by 3. I don't know I will be able to do or not. Proper calculations. 5 by 2 plus 5 by 3. What it is? What is 5 by 2 plus 5 by 3? Take LCM as 6. So 15 plus 10. This is 25 by 6. 25 by 6. 25 by 6. So this will become 25 by 4 into 6 by 25. This comes out to be 3 by 2 into A epsilon naught by D. This comes out to be 3 by 2 into A epsilon naught by D. This is 3 by 2 into C. 3 by 2 into C. Wait. Where I missed K. 5 by 2K and 5 by 3. So 5 by 2 into 5 by 3K divided by 5 by 2K plus 5 by 3 and into A epsilon naught by D, so into C. Now here we need to do the calculations. What it is? Oh my god. This is 5 by 2K plus 5 by 3. If we write taking LCM 6, so 15K plus 10 by 6. So writing here 25 by 6K into 15k plus 10 by 6. 15k plus 10 by 6. This 6 got cancelled. I can take 5 common, 5 into 3, 5 into 2. So this is 5k divided by 3k plus 2 into c, and this is my c dash. It means 5k divided by, from here I am coming here now, okay. So it means 5k divided by 3k plus 2 is my 1.5, 1.25 means 5 by 4. 5 by 4. 5 by 4. It means 4k is equals to 3k plus 2. K comes out to be 2. Oh my god. Same capacitor is altered, but 2 mm in 2 mm thickness. Okay, now this is a combination of these two capacitors, C1, C2 in series. Please understand, Vishwanath, please understand this. This was our original capacitor. In 2 mm I inserted the dielectric. Now it will behave like these two capacitors, C1, C2 in series like this. Very lengthy question. So much calculation it is. Understood? Please mention. You got my point? You got it or not? Please mention. Now next question. In a certain medium, the electric permittivity is 3 times that of the free space. Magnetic permeability is 2 times that of the free space. Find the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in medium. How we write the speed of light? That is 1 by root of epsilon into mu. And I can write this as root of epsilon r into epsilon naught into mu r into mu naught. So 1 by root of mu naught into epsilon naught, that is my C, divided by epsilon r into mu r. Electric permittivity is 3 times. It means epsilon r is 3 and magnetic permeability is 2 times. It means this is 2. So my speed is C divided by root of 6. What I need? The ratio of speed of light in vacuum divided by speed of light in medium, that will come out to be root 6. Okay, you got, absolutely, yes, great. Oh my god, physics is really lengthy. I was thinking like difficulty level is not so much. Like if you see like a capacitor is there, you know, dielectric is inserted like this, but calculations are a bit lengthy. You know, doing those calculations with cool mind is a bit difficult in exam. So much pressure is there. Very difficult, you know, it is very easy to commit silly mistakes there, or I'll say very common to do. A metallic sphere of diameter 2 mm and density 10.5 gram per centimeter cube is dropped in glycerine having viscosity 10 poise. We convert this to SI, so this will become 1 poiselles. And density is 1.5 gram per centimeter cube. The terminal velocity attained by the sphere is, what is the formula for terminal velocity? 2 by 9 pi r square g delta rho by eta. This is how we write? Yeah. Like there is so much calculation that I have to take a break doing so much calculations. Let us see. Okay. So putting the values here, what it will be? 2 by 9 into, oh sorry, I did a mistake here. This should not be pi. 2 by 9 r square eta, sorry, r square z delta rho by eta. Because we write 6 pi r eta v is equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube into my delta rho into g. This is how we write. Pi got cancelled there. So 2 by 9 into r square. What is r? What is r? Diameter is 2 mm, so 1 mm. 1 mm square means 1 into 10 to the power minus 6 into g. What is g? G is 10 or 9.8. What is mentioned here? Not mentioned, so 10 into delta rho. So this is 10.5 and density, okay, dropped in glycerin density is 1.5. So the difference is 9. Yeah, 9. We will convert that to SI, so 9000 by eta. What is eta? What is eta here? 1 by 1. Now what it is? 9 got cancelled. This is 10 to the power 4. So this will become 10 to the power minus 2. 9 got cancelled. So this is 2 into 10 to the power minus 2 meter per second. We need in centimeter per second, so that is 2 centimeter per second. Sir, you teach in Akash. Currently I am in PW. Sir, no pi in formula. Yes, I corrected that. That was a silly mistake. Next question. Time taken by a small spherical ball to attain its terminal velocity while falling through viscous medium is expressed like this, where r is radius of ball, rho is density of ball, sigma is density of medium, eta is coefficient of viscosity of medium, k is dimensionless constant. If a, b, c, d are real constants, then the value of a plus b plus c plus d is, okay, time is k r to the power a, rho to the power b, sigma to the power c, and eta to the power d. Time taken by a small spherical ball to attain terminal velocity. In how much time it attains terminal velocity, that time is related like this. Now here sigma and rho both are there. Now how we can find the individual powers? Through a viscous medium, where r is the radius of the ball, rho is the density, sigma is the density of the medium, eta is the coefficient of viscosity of the medium. Okay, let us put, anyways, let us put the dimensions. T is equals to, k is the dimensionless constant. Yeah, we will consider that. Radius is L to the power a. This is ml minus 3 to the power b, density, okay. ml minus 3 to the power c, and eta to the power d. Eta, how we will write the dimensions? 6 pi r eta v, we know that is my force. 6 pi is anyways a constant, dimensionless. So eta is having dimension of force by r into v. Force is mlt minus 2 kg meter per second square. So L, and this is meter per second, so lt minus 1. So this is m L minus 1 t minus 1. M L minus 1 t minus 1. Putting it here, this is m L minus 1 t minus 1 whole to the power d. Okay. Now a plus b plus c plus d is needed. Now if I write time to the power is 1, so 1 is equal to what it is? Minus d. 1 is equals to minus d. That we got. Then mass to the power is 0. That is equal to b plus c plus d. Then length to the power is 0. That is equal to a minus 3b, a minus 3b, this is minus 3c, and this is minus d. I need a plus b plus c plus d. Okay. How will I get that? A, and then if I do 3 times or 4 times of this and add here, yeah, let us do from this equation, let us do 4 times of this and add here. So 4 times of this and add these two, sum. So what it will become? 0 is equals to A plus B plus C, yeah, plus C, plus this is 4D minus D, so 3D. What is D? D is minus 1. D is my minus 1. So I will say 3D, I will write as D plus 2D. D is minus 1. So that will become my minus 2. It will go on the other side. So A plus B plus C plus D comes out to be 2. Sir, it was C plus B divided by A plus D, might be. B plus C plus D is equals to 0 and A is equals to 2. Oh, don't do the individual calculations of A, B, C, D. I just need A plus B plus C plus D. So accordingly, I arrange. First, I equated the power of T to be 1. So if I do that, it will become minus D there. So minus D is 1. Then we equated the power of L. Okay, now for T or M. So 0 is B plus C plus D there. Okay, then I equated the power of L. So 0 is equals to A, and then this is 3B minus 3B minus 3C, and then we are having minus D. And now we are having these two equations. If I want to arrange them properly to get A plus B plus C plus D, multiply this with 4. So this will become 0 is equals to, multiply with 4 and add both. So A plus B plus C plus, this is 4D minus D, so 3D. I can write it D plus 2D. From there I simplified. Might be. It might be a B plus C divided by C plus B plus C divided by A plus D. I don't know. This is memory based question, so few things can change. But I am doing according to what we have got from the students. Okay, so till now it was a lengthy discussion because the questions were a bit lengthy. Now I think okay. Now Gaurav sir will come with questions on chemistry. Okay. So Gaurav sir, if you are ready, it's over to you.
Yes, thank you, Sumit sir. So we are here again. I have 5-6 questions of chemistry more for you. I mean, good questions. Good as in, again, electrochemistry NTA is loving. For electrochemistry, they are not giving marks easily. So again, I'm hearing my voice. So let me shut down myself. I want to hear you. Yes, Ariva, hi. Vishwanath is okay in physics. In physics, how much have all solved? Okay, so just take out your mouse, take it a few minutes back, you will get those physics questions again. So very tough, bro. What is tough? Ritesh, only 11. Okay, you are answering that. How many physics questions? Only 11. Okay, so let us continue the, I guess this is the 14th, 13th question for chemistry. So moving forward, I hope you are seeing the question and have started attempting with your pen and copy. So I would rather say a very easy question from coordination compounds. Let us browse through it. Cobalt is in +3 oxidation state. So cobalt is 4s2, 3d7. So 3 gone will make it 3d6. What about fluorine, sir? It is a weak field ligand, so no splitting. So T2G first, then EG. So you will be having no orbitals that will be vacated from the inside. So it will form an outer orbital complex, and therefore hybridization will be sp3d2. You do not have to move your pen. Easy answer. Chemistry, you attempted. Ritesh, perfect. Bhai, perfect, perfect. You attempted 19. So moving forward, this one is right. What about for this nickel complex? I guess again we have done this in the same paper. So nickel is again +2 oxidation state. It is 4s2 3d8. So 2 gone because +2. So you are left with 3d8. Now because cyanide is a strong field ligand, so forced pairing will take place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 forced pairing, as in it is forced inside, and therefore it will form a square planar complex with dsp2 hybridization. So this is also correct. Moving to the next question, again cobalt, this 6 should not be here, this should be here. So again cobalt in +3 oxidation state, but with cobalt the ammonia acts as a strong field ligand. So because ammonia is strong field ligand, so forced pairing will be taking place, and again 2 orbitals will be vacated. So now it will have a inner shell orbital. Will be utilized because ammonia acts as a strong field ligand. So that means this is also correct. Coming to the last one, which is Fe. Fe is in +3 oxidation state. Fe is 4s2 3d6. +3 as in 4s2 gone, 3d also 1 gone. So this is clear. 3d5 configuration. Fluoride again is a weak field ligand, so no forced pairing. Outer orbital complex will be forming. So outer orbital complex, coordination number is 6. So hybridization is sp3d2. So this is very easy question with A. I will not say it is even moderate. It is a very easy question. I hope. Oh, that I put ACE. Okay, so Ritesh, you have done ACE. That means ACE. Oh, I put ACE. Okay, whatever it is. So I think we are clear with this question. So moving forward, now this I would rather say is a good question. Why? Requiring knowledge of Fazan's rule, but coupling up with thermodynamics. Whenever you have a spontaneous process, how does a process is signified to be spontaneous? Sir, the value of delta G for a spontaneous process is negative. And if it is non-spontaneous, then value of delta G is positive. So this is for spontaneous condition and this is for non-spontaneous process. I mean, thermodynamically we know this, but to this question we have to now apply the logic of Fazan's rule. Tin and lead, Kashi gaye Shankar Parvati. So PB will be having the inert pair effect because Z effective is huge. So the NS electron will be acting as inertial electron. So for carbon family, especially for lead, Fazan's rule will be dominant and not +4 but +2 will be more stable. So here lead is in +4 oxidation state turning to +2. Do lead wants to be in +2 oxidation state? Yes. So will the reaction proceed forward? Yes. How you are suggesting that? Using Fazan's rule. So it will be tremendously going forward. So delta G1 will be negative because this process will be spontaneous. So delta G1 has to be negative. It has to be negative. It has to be negative. It has to be negative. So left with two options moving forward. Talking about tin, no sir, inert pair effect is applicable for the heaviest gas because it's Z effective. That is a 6 period element. Because of filling of F electrons also, Z effective has been increased drastically. So NS electron has been attracted drastically, so they cannot act as valence electrons. So only NP electrons can be given, hence oxidation state of group -2 increases down the group. That means this guy tin from +4 to +2 will not be a spontaneous process because it is applicable only for tin. So here delta G should be positive, delta G positive. So B is your answer. D has also been negated. A very good question. Moving forward, potato is back. Ritesh, which statement was in? Okay, they are talking about that XeO2F2 seesaw. Okay, beta, if you have missed a question, just go a few minutes back and you will get that chemistry discussion. We have already discussed that question. Moving forward, Now, this electrochemistry question is a good question. I mean, good question. Why? Because you have to know the basic. What is the basic, sir? It is a concentration cell. So when we read electrochemistry in class, is during electrochemical cell, this is a class notes for you. So you are having hydrogen electrodes. That means this is also over here also hydrogen gas has been passed. Over here also hydrogen gas has been passed. The gas has been passed at 1 atm pressure. So pressure of gas you do not have to take. Now you will be having H plus ion concentration here also with concentration at anode given as C1. H plus ion will be having here also with concentration at cathode as C2. Now what to do? Question is asking you that what is the condition when E cell will be positive? So writing Nernst equation. What is Nernst equation, my friends? Sir, E cell. Okay, before writing Nernst equation, let us write the two half reactions. So who is getting oxidized? Sir, hydrogen from zero oxidation state is getting oxidized and forming H plus ions. So let me make this half. So there will be one electron. If I take 2 over here, then electrons will also be 2. So 2 and 2, but I'm taking half. Why to bother? Now, but this H plus is of anode. So this will be actually concentration C1. Now, this is the oxidation half. Who is getting reduced? Sir, hydrogen only. So H plus from cathode is gaining that electron and again forming hydrogen gas. In order to balance it, add half over here also. If you add the two half reaction, you get the complete cell reaction, which says H plus as at cathode is forming H plus at anode. Now E cell is equal to E naught cell. What will be E naught cell for concentration cell? For sir, both are hydrogen, so E naught of both is actually 0. So 0 minus 0 will be 0. So 0 minus 0.059 upon 1, because number of electron transferred we are taking as 1. Now into log of concentration of product, which is of the reaction, which is H plus ion at anode, or rather I should just write whatever it is given to you. So log of what is H plus ion at anode, it is represented as C1. So log of C1 upon H plus ion at cathode, which is C2. Now what do we need? Sir, we need this E cell to be positive. So who is having the responsibility of making E cell positive? Sir, this is negative only. So this guy has to be negative. Log of anything can become negative, and log of 1 x should be less than 1. Log of x is negative when value of x, let's say this is x, it should be less than 1. So that means C1 upon C2 should be less than 1. That means C2 should be larger in magnitude. C2 should be larger in magnitude. Moving forward, Potato is saying C1 should be larger. Potato, I hope you get that. Potato, Devraj is right. Ritesh, no, C2 is great. Okay, Ritesh is answering to Potato. I hope everybody is getting that. Now, what about, okay, moving forward. I hope everybody is clear. Perfect, moving forward. Now, this was a good question actually. I mean, I can't say it is easy, it's moderate. And to some people, yes, concentration generally, because not given in NCERT, so generally people fear, and it is okay, it is good. Now, moving forward. After that, the next question says a compound. Do I have a problem over here? So, my camera. Okay, no. So, moving forward. Now, if I move forward, what is the next thing I'm having? Sir, I have a compound with molecular formula C6H7N. Now, here you have to go to your GOC logic. Okay, Vishwanath is answering 5. Let's check Vishwanath. Now, what is, I would rather say this question is also not an easy question, a moderate question, a good one. Now, C6, now if I have 6 carbon, you tell me what should be the number of hydrogens present. Sir, for saturation, I need 2n plus 2. That means I would be needing 12 plus 2 as in 14 hydrogens. How many hydrogens I am provided with? Sir, 7. Sir, that means I am having how much less? 7 hydrogen you are having less. But because there is nitrogen, so at least nitrogen be at least minimum nitrogen will be making 1 bond. So out of that 7, one hydrogen deficiency has been not due, 1 hydrogen deficiency has been justified. So out of that 7 hydrogen, minus subtract 1, you are left with 6. Now this nitrogen also needs to complete its octet. So how many hydrogen it requires? Sir, it requires 2. So 6 plus 2 becomes 8. So degree of unsaturation becomes 4, because for 8 hydrogens, 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, why I'm telling you this is because many of my students also, many of you also must be having a problem. Sir, we cannot remember all the DU formula. Do not remember that formula. Remember the common sense. From alkanes, what amount of hydrogen you are falling short, just calculate that hydrogen divided by 2. That will give you DU. And how to do that? Through the common sense that I just did. I hope it is clear to you. Now, because DU is 4, now let us read the question. So definitely out of the 6 carbon, you will have the 6 carbon would be definitely be satisfied by benzene ring. So even if you have not done this, the tukka, which I was seeing one of the comment, some tukka logic. So this 6 carbon would definitely be satisfied by benzene, and you can definitely check the number of hydrogens will be 5 plus 2, 7. So this is aniline, which the compound is saying. Now it is saying it is sparingly soluble in water. Yes, because it has 6 carbon also, which is not soluble, but this NH2, because of hydrogen bonding, it can be soluble in water. So it is sparingly soluble because carbon is not allowing, but because of this guy, it is sparingly soluble. However, it is saying on reaction with HCl, sir, we know it is a base, and when base reacts with acid, what do you get? You get a salt. So it will be NH3 plus Cl minus, and we definitely know that this salt is every salt generally, because it is attaining ionic nature, so solubility will increase, so it will get soluble. Now, because it is soluble, after that the question is saying on reaction with KOH and chloroform, again the famous reaction carbyl amine test. So what does 1 degree amine subjected to chloroform in basic medium forms? Sir, it forms a foul smelling substance of isocyanide. So this benzene containing N double bonded C and a coordinated bond with carbon. So this is your famous isocyanide. So it gives a compound Q. Now let us read the question. It is saying the number of different type of hydrogen. Okay, now it is just asking about number of hydrogens in P. What is P? Sir, P is this compound. This is your P, the compound you have started with. Now, if you see this, what are the number of different hydrogens? People will answer 2. And I feel if they would have given option 2, most of you would have attempted it and it would be incorrect. Why? How you say that 1 degree, 2 degree and 3 degree hydrogens are different? Because their property is different. Why their property is different? Because when they are left, what is left? Carbocations or maybe carbanions, and they have different reactivities because of their stabilities. Similarly, when this lone pair gets delocalized because of resonance, the ortho and para get electron density. The meta do not get that electron density. Ortho gets steric hindrance. Para do not even get that steric hindrance. So as per property, how many different hydrogens you have? Sir, ortho, sir, meta, and para, and this hydrogen also. So how many different type of hydrogens you have? 4, my friends. This type of hydrogen thing is making it a good question. So I hope many of you have got it. Nish Patel, sir, percentile in 70 marks. Beta, that is, I mean, it will be a good percentile. I mean, above 95 you can expect, but it would be rather quite early before seeing all the question. But yes, you can definitely expect a percentile above 35, above 95, 96 maybe. यहाँ ICSC वाले बच्चे आते हैं. Okay, beta, there is no ICSC or CBSE. Even there is no MP board. Back in my year, I'm talking of 2007. In my time, NIT Kurukshetra had just 9 seats for Madhya Pradesh. The rank opener for NIT Kurukshetra was Rahul Chopra. He's a boy from Anjad. He's an MP board student. He was an MP board student. Currently, he's, I mean, some big post at Amazon. Although he has transferred, he would be listing. So I'm promoting him. So Rahul, he's a very senior developer at Amazon. And before 12th, we didn't even have a email ID. I'm talking back at 2007. So That doesn't even matter ICSE CBSE. What you need, yes, NCRT you should follow, because that is going to be a clear path journey towards JEE, because NTA, see, this is all NCRT. Moving forward now, I hope this question is clear to you. Now again, a piece of cake, and this is the type of question for Amin. It has came on all the 3 days. So let us do this. Sir, once after the results are out, please put a strategy for JEE advanced preparation. Perfectly, beta. Shri Darshan, perfect bhai. Definitely, we have already done it. Leave strategy, we'll be coming up with a lot of content also for you. So keep here at PWJ English channel. Now, KMNO4 in basic mediums are strong oxidizing agent. It only leaves 3 degree tertiary carbon. If tertiary carbon is a benzylic carbon, then that cannot be oxidized, else everybody will be oxidized. So this carbon will be oxidized and this carbon will also be oxidized. So what are you going to get from this Roman number 1? Sir, we are going to get phthalic acid. You do not have to know the name. I'm just telling you, phthalic acid. Now, ammonia is in excess. So excess of ammonia will turn this also and this also. Ammonia, although ammonia followed by heating, it should be, because ammonia, it will form a salt. If you heat, then dehydration will take place. But that is a feeling that you should get. All the time question is not going to give you heat. So sometimes you have to predict also as per the options given. So I am reacting with ammonia and thinking in my mind as per NCRT that followed by heat, so that dehydration, water will be removed and you will be getting a beautiful amide. Now, because they have not given heat, you know why? Because now one more ammonia and it can form phthalimide also. So that's why they must have not given heat. That, or else we and a lot of people like us will say no, phthalimide will be formed. So NT was taking a stance of being morally correct, or by not giving that heat, because then one more ammonia can be released and cyclization can take place. So this is the product where we should stop. Why amide, sir? Because after that they are saying Br2 and KOH. So this is Hoffman bromamide degradation. Does what? Does decarboxylation. So these CO2 will be gone and this NH2, you will be getting your primary amines. Option C. I hope everybody is yes, Devraj. Perfect, bhai. Sir, what do you think about? I think tomorrow there will be a paper. First thing I think about. Second is, no, jokes apart, I'm sorry, Priyanshi, what I'm telling you is live in the moment, because this is inevitable. Yes, there will be questions. There will be questions which you can't do correctly, but there will be questions which you will be doing correctly because you are trusting yourself. So trust yourself, do your part, rest leave to the nature, and nature will respond if you're working to the best of your efficiency. I'm not saying you should know all the things, but whatever you know, just keep it with you and a calm mind. Have a good night's sleep, and when you will wake up, so wake up in the morning and you'll say and say to yourself that I am going to do great, and you will do great. Trust me on this. Moving forward. Not moving forward. Okay, that was the last question. So let's see if we get some more questions of chemistry. Let's see if we have some more questions of chemistry. No, I do not have, but yes, Dipen sir is ready for you. So over to you, Dipen sir.
So give me a quick response, students. I'm just confirming it with Gaurav. So give me a quick response, students. I'm just confirming it with Gaurav sir. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible. Just give me a quick confirmation. Am I clearly audible and visible? Yes. So we are live. So this is my final lap. I have brought all the questions of mathematics which we have received so far. I'll see in the end. If I receive some more, I'll definitely add them. But so far, these are the questions which I'm now with. Let's get started. I hope all you are there. Okay, great. Mind your language, everyone. So take care of the language. You all are still kids for us. So let's get started. A very basic question on integration. How will I solve this particular one? I'll say, first of all, look at this particular part. Here, This is 4x plus 6 and this is 4x square plus 12x plus 7 inside an under root. Now the catch is here is this is linear, this is quadratic inside an under root. Do you remember we have given you a lot of substitutions? Now if I simply begin with this particular part, what I'll say is that here 4x square plus 12x plus 7 I'm assuming as t square. So when I take that assumption, of course here I hope you can clearly see 4x square plus 12x plus 7, when I take it as t square, I differentiate it on both sides, 8x plus 12 dx becomes 2t dt. So when I take 4 common, it is 2x plus 3 dx is equals to 2t dt. That simplification has happened from it. Now, we now look at this part, 2x plus 3 whole square. 2x plus 3 whole square is going to be what? 2x plus 3 whole square is going to be 4x square plus 12x plus 9. So 4x square plus 12x plus 7 is t square. So this plus 9 means what? 7 plus 2. So this is t square plus 2. Now why did we all this? Why did we do all this? Tomorrow may be easy. Yes, it will definitely be easy if you are very well prepared. Now, if I begin with my conclusion, all I'm doing is I'm multiplying the numerator and denominator by 2x plus 3. When I do that, numerator is 2x plus 3, denominator is 2x plus 3 whole square. Now, what are we doing here is 2x plus 3 dx, I'm replacing by t dt by 2. So that substitution I'm making t dt by 2. 2 is already there, it becomes 4. The second thing, here we all can see 2x plus 3 whole square. So we have cracked 2x plus 3 whole square is t square plus 2. So that substitution I'm making. With that, this is under root over t square. So that's t. I hope you are getting that. With that, when I proceed further, this t and this t are cancelled. This is t square plus 2. You know how to integrate it. 1 upon x square plus a square, 1 upon 8 and inverse x upon a. All you got to do is substitute this value of t, which is under root over 4x square plus 12x plus 7. And that will be the answer. Let's move towards the next question. What do we see as the next question? The next question is even a very simple and interesting one. Again, I'll say in this shift also mathematics was easy to moderate. It clearly is not tough. Have faith in my words. If you are prepared well, it is not tough. Z is given by root 3 by 2 plus iota by 2. So if I convert into polar form or Euler form, how will it look like? I hope root 3 by 2 is basically cos 60. Sorry, cos 30. So with that cos 30, it is pi by 6. So Euler form is going to be e to the power iota pi by 6 because its magnitude, I hope you can see its resemblance with omega. This magnitude is 1. So if I write it as z is equals to r e to the power iota theta, r is 1. So it is e to the power iota theta where theta is pi by 6. Can I go ahead with that? Now here, when I move ahead with this conclusion, we are told z to the power 201 minus iota whole raised to the power 8. Minus iota whole raised to the power 8, we'll talk about that later. But when I talk about this e to the power iota 201 pi by 6, so let's work it out. Let's figure out the cyclicity here. So when I divide 201 by 6, what I see is 33 pi plus pi by 2. So when you locate 33 pi, it is on the negative side of y-axis, plus pi by 2 gives you negative y-axis, which means it is going to be a purely imaginary negative number, which is basically minus iota because the magnitude is 1 here. So this is going to be minus iota, minus iota, minus iota, minus 2 iota, minus 2 iota raised to the power 8. Minus 2 to the power 8 is 256, iota to the power 8 is 1, iota to the power 4 is 1. So with that, answer is 256. Moving towards the next question. It says that fx satisfies the differential equation x square minus 4 dy by dx minus 2xy 2x 4 minus x whole square 4 minus x square whole square. So what I'll do from here is I'll simply divide both, I mean basically this entire expression by x square minus 4. So when I do that, I'll have a y dash here which is dy by dx minus 2xy upon x square minus 4, and this I take on the other side. So 2x becomes negative, and this is x square minus 4 whole square because whether you swap it, it is basically a square, so I can swap that. So when you divide it by x square minus 4, one of the factors gets cancelled, and this is how it looks like. Now when you notice it very clearly, would you all not agree in saying that sir, it is dy by dx minus plus p of x into y is equals to q of x? Linear differential equation. Will you all agree that? Will you all agree with that? Great, great, great. Moving ahead with that conclusion, I'll say first of all, we need to find integrating factor, which is going to be e to the power integration of p of x. So I hope you know x square minus 4 I can take as t. So 2x dx will be dt. So it will be dt upon t with a negative sign because of this. So that will be ln t, but t is minus x square by 4. This minus goes there, it becomes x square minus 4 to the power minus 1. E to the power ln of something is basically this, which is 1 upon x square minus 4. That is basically what your integrating factor. Now with that, when I go ahead, what I see is that integrating factor into y is equal to integration of q of x into integrating factor. This is how you write the solution of linear differential equation. So this is sorted. Now when you talk about this, x square minus 4 gets cancelled by x square minus 4. So you're left with integration of 2x, which is x square by 2. So here, this is the f of x you get. But here, the catch is the constant of integration. How do we figure it out? We are given the value of f of 3, which is 15. So if I replace x by 3, y by 15, I crack the value of c, which is 12. Just give me a moment, students. I need to just hold on for a while. So here, when I go ahead with that, what I see here is that I have cracked the value of c. So when you have cracked the value of c, y become c minus x square into x square minus 4, c is 12. So this is how your y looks like. Now we are asked the local maximum value of f of x. So now from differential equation, they are taking you towards AOD. I hope you're understanding it. So first I'll find dy by dx. I'm skipping that part by using product rule or by simply multiplying this with this with this with this, and this with this. You can integrate it, differentiate it. After differentiation, you see it as 4x into 8 minus x square. This is a plus b into a minus b. So through wavy curve method, I'll find the critical points. So critical points are going to be what? Plus 2 root 2, minus 2 root 2 and 0. So minus 2 root 2, 0 and 2 root 2. But there's a catch. This is minus x square. So if you are using the wavy curve method, it will begin with minus plus minus plus. I am in the need of having the local maximum value. Local maximum, increasing then decreasing, so I'll have a maxima here. Increasing then decreasing, so I'll have a maxima here. So I'll be having maxima at minus 2 root 2 and 2 root 2. So the next thing you've got to do is replace x by minus 2 root 2 or plus 2 root 2, because whatever you put here, it will, x square is going to be same, which is going to be 8. So 8 minus 4 into 12 minus 8 will be your answer, which is 4 into 4. So 16 should be the answer, option A. Going ahead with that, let's see the next question here. A very interesting question. First of all, I am still concluding that maths was easy. Still, it was easy. It could have been lengthy in terms of calculation, but it was doable. If you know the concepts, it was very well doable. Look at this one. A and B are points on parabola y square is equals to 4x. Okay, so we are going to take 2 points. But such that OAB is an equilateral triangle and O is the vertex of the parabola and AB is perpendicular to the axis. So axis is x-axis of the parabola and this is perpendicular to axis of the parabola. So OAB being the equilateral triangle, you will be drawing it like this. I hope there is no confusion on that. Now, when I proceed further, what I clearly see is that here I am told that OAB is an equilateral triangle. So this is clearly going to behave like a angle bisector, because everything will be symmetrically placed equilateral triangle parabola with respect to the x-axis. So if this entire angle is 60, because of equilateral triangle, this angle is going to be 30 degree. Will you all agree with that? Now what I do next is that here, if I could locate a point A here, so polar form if I could introduce of coordinate from coordinate geometry, it is going to be a cos theta comma a sin theta. From complex numbers also you know that. So it will be a cos 30 comma a sin 30. So in the polar form, if I simply convert it into our Cartesian version, it will be root 3 a by 2 comma a by 2. But this point lies on the parabola, so it must satisfy the equation of the parabola. So when I pass it here and this here, I simplify this, I get two values of a. One is 0, one is 8 root 3. So 0 comma 0 is already there. We need not concern about that. Other value is 8 root 3. 8 root 3 is not the coordinate, 8 root 3 is the value of a. So when I replace a by 8 root 3, I get x coordinate is 12, y coordinate is 4 root 3. Now let's look at the next part of the question. It says minimum distance of circle. Do you remember this concept we did discuss in this entire live revision marathon of mathematics we took? And then we did revise this formula again when we revised all the formulae of mathematics right before your day of examination. Do you remember that? With that, we are told that AB is behaving as a diameter and there is a circle getting formed. So let's say there is a circle which is getting formed treating AB as the diameter. So let's say this is that circle and we need to figure out its minimum distance from O. Do you not think this will be that minimum distance? Now, of course, if this is a circle which is having AB as the diameter, so this circle will also be symmetrically placed, which means this middle point of AB will be the center of the circle, which is going to be 12, 0. And its radius, I need not tell you, will be 4 root 3, because if it is the diameter, this half of the diameter is going to be the radius of this circle. With that, if there is a circle, let's say there is a circle, let's say this is that circle, and I need to find its minimum distance. Would you not agree that, sir, minimum distance will be distance between O and the center of the circle minus the radii of the circle, the radius of the circle? So Distance between center of the circle and origin is 12 because it is 12 comma 0. The radii of the circle we already know is 4 root 3. So from 12, if I subtract 4 root 3, this will be our minimum distance. Had they asked you maximum distance, it would have been the sum of these two. Do you remember this concept we clearly discussed? With that, you will mark the correct option by simplifying it, which you all are pretty good at. Moving ahead towards the next question, a question from statistics. So far, they were asking some standard decent questions. The only change which they have brought from statistics, they have introduced intervals. But even with intervals, you know what to do. You take the mid values. So here, 4 and 8, mid is 6, 8 and 12, mid value is 10, 12 and 16, 14, 16 and 20, 18. With that, we are given the frequency as well, class interval and frequency. Now, what are we told? The mean and the variance. How do we find the mean? Simple. The class interval, the mid value of it into its frequency, plus 10 into lambda, plus 14 into 4, plus 18 into 7. That's your sum. Whole divided by the sum of the frequencies, that is 3 plus lambda plus 4 plus 7, which is 14 plus lambda. So this comes out as your mean. But this mean we are told to be mu. So 10 lambda plus 200 upon 14 plus lambda will be the value of mu. Great. With that, what do we do next? With that, I'll tell you that what do we do next is, what are we told? It's variance. Now, how do we find the variance, students? Variance is again nothing but what? The frequency into square of class interval. I hope you remember. Frequency into class interval. Class interval means the mid value of the class interval. So here 3 into 6 square plus lambda into 10 square plus 4 into 14 square plus 7 into 18 square. Whole divided by total sum, which is sum of the frequencies, which is 14 plus lambda. Summation x square upon n minus square of summation x upon n. Do you remember that? I hope you have not forgotten that formula very clearly from here. Let me just make that correction. Yes, it is properly visible. Now, what I do next is that here, the only challenge is a little bit of calculation. So when you perform that calculation, you get another equation in lambda. When you solve this particular equation in lambda, you crack the value of lambda, which you will get as 6. Then when you put that value of lambda here, you will crack the value of mu, which turned out to be 13. So I think with that 6 and 13, you can mark the correct option as 19. I'm skipping the calculation part, believing you all are good at that. Next part. A very interesting question. Tell me how many of you did it correctly if you attempted it, if you have attempted it in today's shift. And tell me how was your experience? Okay, great. Let's solve this particular one. So when you factorize 6x square plus 28x plus 30, it will be factorized as x plus 3, 6x plus 10. I hope you know how to split the middle term and get the factorization done. I need not teach you that. Here, this clearly looks like, or it is the whole square or perfect square of x plus 3. A square plus b square plus 2ab. Did you get that? Now with that, if I assume x plus 3 as u, 6x plus 10 as v, so this is log of u v by u. Take care of the domain, which will verify in the end. Let's not bother about that. It is 5 minus 2 log of v, log of u square at base b, v. Hold on a second. This 2 come to the front. When this 2 comes to the front, what I have is log uv at base u. So log u at base u is 1 plus log v base u is equal to 5 minus 2 into 2 is 4 is times log u base b. So log v base u, if I assume as let's say t, this will be 1 plus t on the left hand side and it will be 5 minus 4 by t on the right hand side. It becomes a quadratic in t. When you solve this quadratic, it becomes a perfect square and it gives you the value of t as 2. T as 2 means what? This is what you assumed as 2. So if this is 2, you can clearly say that u square will be v. Anti-log. So u square is going to be v, which means what is u? What is u? U was x plus 3. So x plus 3 whole square is going to be v, which is 6x plus 10. Again, you solve this quadratic. Now you get the two values of x, which are 1 and minus 1. Just cross-check that it fulfills the domain. 1 and minus 1 wouldn't create any problem here. It wouldn't create any problem here or here as well. So clearly 1 and minus 1 both are acceptable solutions. And accordingly, you will say that some of the solutions will be 1 plus minus 1. That's your 0 should be the correct answer. Tell me honestly, how many of you got this answer correct? All these students watching it currently online. With that, when I move ahead with the next question, finally I have seen a question on continuity and differentiability. There must have a lot of questions asked on continuity and differentiability, but so far we haven't received any question from continuity and differentiability based on memory based questions. But here when I look at this question, this is again not a very difficult question, not a very difficult question at all. A way better questions we have solved than this question. First of all, we are told fx is continuous. X is not 0. So I'll split it into two parts, when x is greater than 0 and when x is less than 0. So when x is greater than 0, mod x become x, x, x. But when x is negative, it becomes minus x, minus x, minus x. I hope there is no confusion on that. Sin x and x will give you minus, but cos x will consume that minus x because cos x is an even function. With that, when I say that when x is positive, I'll define this function like this, which is ax upon this x plus 2x square upon this x minus 2 sin x upon x into cos x. Now, I hope you understand. I'm going to find out its right hand limit, left hand limit, and the value of the function at 0. And then I'll say if it is continuous at 0, these three values should be same. A very simple approach. Do you all not recognize that? With that, what I'll say is that this x gets cancelled by this x. I'm left with a 2x square upon x, which is 2x, and there sin x upon x into cos x. So sin x upon x approaches 1 when x approaches 0. So this becomes a plus 0 minus 2 cos x. Even cos x when x approaches 0 reaches 1. So it is a minus 2. When you do this thing similarly on left hand side when x approaches minus 0, so minus ax plus 2x square plus 2 sin x cos x. So that will give you a minus 2. So that will give you 2 minus a. So 2 minus a is the left hand limit at 0. A minus 2 is the right hand limit at 0. They should be equal if the function is continuous. So when a minus 2 is equal to its negative, which is 2 minus a, so a minus 2 should be 0, which means a should be 2. Second conclusion, it is told to be continuous at 0, which means the value of the function at 0 should be same. So the left hand limit or the right hand limit is a minus 2. The value of the function is b. So b should be a minus 2, but a is 2. So b should be 0. I think our question is done. A is 2, B is 0. So A plus B should be 2 plus 0. You can mark option A. Moving ahead with the next question, what do we see? A very simple, interesting and easy question. You got to perform some set of correct operations and there you crack this question with some easy steps. How do we solve it? I hope you're watching, learning and enjoying and understanding what category of questions are being asked and you're getting a very good clarity on how should you prepare for the upcoming shifts. So you're still having your examinations in the upcoming shifts. This analysis will definitely give you a brilliant clarity of what category or what sort of or what difficulty level of questions are being asked. Here it says that A, B, C are three vectors. A cross B is 2 times A cross C. The moment you see this, do you not remember a short was recorded for you in which short techniques were being discussed? And I did give this short technique there. If you don't remember that, we have given you a complete list of short techniques, the possible short techniques which we could bring in this limited amount of time. Here, I'll say A cross B is equal to 2 times A cross C. If I take it on the left hand side, it will be A cross B minus 2 times A cross C. So cross product, in cross product, you got to take care of the order, but still A and A is on the left hand side. So I can take its common left hand distributivity and right hand distributivity. I hope you got to take care of it. So when then A is taken common, cross B minus 2C is what you have. So if A cross this is 0, which means they are parallel. So I can say that B minus 2C can be written as lambda I. So here I have gotten this expression. Now what I'll do is I'm squaring both these sides. Before I do this, I am told that angle between vector B and vector C is 60 degree. So we know cos 60 will be B dot C upon mod B mod C. We are told mod B and mod C are basically 4 and 3 respectively. With that cos 60 we know this and this. So we can crack B dot C, which is going to be 6. I hope there is no confusion on that calculation part, which I'm skipping right now. You are clearly getting and understanding this. With that, when you have cracked B dot C, what is the advantage or point of cracking this? Here, I am able to figure out that B minus 2 is lambda I. So if I square both these sides, B square plus 4C square minus 4BC will be equal to lambda square A square. So B square is what? Mod B square. C square is mod C square. B dot C we already know. And A square is what? Mod A square. We know that in terms of vectors. So from this equation, we can crack the value of lambda. So lambda we have cracked as under root 28. Now with that, when I move ahead, we know that B minus 2C is lambda I. What are we supposed to figure out is A dot C. Now, how do we figure out A dot C? So if I take dot product of this expression with C, I'll get B dot C, 2C dot C, lambda times A dot C. So with that, B dot C, we have already figured out. This is mod C square because vector C square is mod C square. So this is also we know. Lambda we have already cracked. So we'll be left with A dot C only. And through that equation, within seconds, you can figure out the value of A dot C. Great. So yes. Okay. Yes, so don't panic when the paper is tough. Don't panic, please don't panic. Now look at this, one of the easiest questions from coordinate geometry. Can you believe this? A rhombus was given. You were given a rhombus. So when you are given a rhombus, we know in parallelogram or a rhombus, the diagonals bisect. So when the diagonals are bisecting, A, B, C, D are the four vertices we are given to us. So I'll say the midpoint of BD and the midpoint of AC will be same because this and this and this and this will be bisecting here. So when you use midpoint theorem, alpha plus gamma will be equal to -3 plus alpha because division by 2 need not be done. Similarly, beta plus delta will be equal to 2 minus 6. Did you get my point? Midpoint theorem, section formula I have used. So with that, I reach to two conclusions or two equations. If I add these two equations, I'll have alpha minus 3 plus 2 minus 6. But on the right hand side, I'll have alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta. That is exactly what we are asked, but we are getting it in terms of alpha. Alpha minus 3 minus 3 plus 2 minus 6, which you can do, but alpha we still are not able to crack. So if I wish to have alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, I need to have the value of alpha. Now how do we crack alpha? We are told that diagonal AC is parallel to this. So can I find the slope of AC? Sir, slope of AC will be y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. But this should be equal to y is equals to mx plus c. So m here is 2. So I hope you're understanding their slopes should be same if the lines are parallel. Yes. Great. With that, we could crack alpha from here. A very simple equation it is creating or getting formed. And when I substitute that value of alpha here, I will have alpha plus beta plus gamma plus delta, which is clearly not a tough or a challenging task. Yes, we are bringing physics in a while. 2 more questions to go, after which Sumit sir is definitely, brilliantly, perfectly, greatly ready for you, and he'll bombard you with the questions. One of the moderate to difficult level of questions. Of course, it wasn't difficult, but the catch was you should be able to think what is needed to be done in this particular part. How do we do that? Here, go ahead with that. Here, S is the set defined as this. So here, I'll use King's property. What is King's property? 0 to x. T square sine t minus x. So if I substitute this t, because we are integrating with respect to t. So here I can substitute t by 0 plus x minus t. So 0 plus x minus t what? It means I can substitute t by x minus t. So when I make that substitution, it becomes x minus t whole square. It becomes sine t minus x minus x plus x minus t. So when you cancel this out, x gets cancelled by x, it leaves you with minus t. If basically x minus t was t, so t minus x will be minus t. I hope you got that. With that, when you square this, x minus t whole square, when you do, it gives you x square plus t square minus 2xt. What I do clearly next is, सबसे पहले तो जो strong subject लगता है ना, yes, that's great, Suryavanshi. That's a great strategy. That's exactly what everyone should follow. So with that, I'll multiply x square with sine t, t square with sine t, and minus 2xt with sine t. Do remember, we are integrating it with respect to t. The variable is not x. X should be treated as a constant here. With that, when I go ahead with that, this integration you can very easily do. This integration by parts you can do. This integration also by integration by parts you can do. I'm skipping that calculation part. Once you have done the integration, you get I as this. But you are told that I is equal to x square. So when you put this as x square minus x square goes there, it becomes 2x square. So 2 gets cancelled. You are left with x square is equals to 1 minus cos x. Now what is 1 minus cos x, students? Sir, we all know 1 minus cos x is 2 sine square x by 2. So now we know that 2 sine square x by 2 is, which means what? The graph will look like this. It will be above the x-axis. And the graph of x square looks like this. I hope there is no confusion on that. So we are asked the number of elements in S if x is from 0 to 1000. So even if x is from 0 to 1000, no matter how many iterations there are, it will be intersecting at only one point, which will be 0, 0. So x is equal to 0 is the only solution which you get. Did you all understand the solution? Moving towards the final question for the day, which is one of the simplest questions from mathematics. And with that, I'll conclude, give you my verdict on this paper's analysis here. The point of intersection of ellipse. So this is an ellipse and this is an ellipse. So the point of intersection of these two ellipses is lying on a circle. So if I could find the locus, I hope you're understanding, I'll simply try to find out that circle. Now, to make that circle, I need to have the coefficient of x square and y square same by solving these two equations. So I'll try to do that. See, how can I do that? See, this is x square, this is 4x square, this is 2y square, this is 2y square. So yes, x square 4f plus 2 is 6 and 2 plus 4 is 6. Yes. So if you double this equation, if you multiply this equation by 2, so x square into 2, 2x square plus 4x square is 6x square. I hope you're understanding the intent. With that, 2y square into 2, 4y square plus 2y square is 4y square. And the other terms also you can write in the same ways, in the same manner likewise. So these two ellipses are integrating at 4 points possibly. Those 4 points are lying at the circumference of this circle. But remember, to make it in a proper form, in the standard form, you got to get rid of this 6. So I'll divide this entire equation by 6. So there I got the standard equation of the circle. So on this circle's circumference, those 4 points must be lying. I hope you understood that. But what are we asked? We are asked those 4 points lie on a circle. So you got to find out the radius of the circle and center of the circle. I hope this is something you all are pretty good at. The negative half of the coefficient of x, the negative half of the coefficient of y gives you the coordinate of the center, which you all can pretty easily. And then how do you find the radius of the circle? G square plus f square minus c gives you the radius of the circle. Will you not be able to do so? Will you not be able to do so? Great, great, great. So I am listening it, I'm hearing it from you all. Great, brilliant, perfect. So I'm done with my maths part. So we are done with this math section basically. And with that, I'm concluding or this giving you the verdict of maths analysis of this shift 2 from 23rd of January. The evening shift's verdict I'm giving you from maths section. It was easy. It was doable. I would say 10 to 15 questions were direct, easy, straightforward. Some questions were lengthy in terms of calculation, but they were doable. So I will conclude. So far, we have seen 6 shifts. That's great, Tanya Batra. That's brilliant. I'm glad that I could help you out. Remember, these 6 shifts we have seen so far. Among these 6 shifts, the only, I would say, the toughest paper so far of mathematics which I have seen is the second shift of the last day, which is of 22nd. Otherwise, all the remaining 5 shifts were amazingly easy. Pretty simple. And the first shift of the first day was terribly easy. So let's see what happens next. Let me see who is prepared and ready so that I can hand it over to the other person. Okay, so Sumit sir is ready. He is ready. So I am ending so that he can join. Let me just get a confirmation from him so that once he confirms, I'll hand it over to him. I hope all these students must have learned and enjoyed a lot. Ending it here. Thank you so much.
We are back with few more. And here we are having one question on logic gates. And I was saying that from logic gates, questions are asked almost in every shift. In morning shift today, there was one question on Zener diode. Except then that in all the other shifts, there were questions. Okay, there were questions. Now, let us see this question, find truth table for the given circuit. This is A, this is B. So here it is A, this is A, this is B. What is this? This is OR gate, so A plus B. So this is A plus B and A, and this is NAND. First take AND means A into A plus B, then take NOT. How to solve this? This we can write as, okay, let us solve the inside one. What it will become? A into A. Okay, anyways, let me take the bar. So De Morgan's theorem I'm using. So this will become A bar. Instead of dot, we will take plus into A plus B bar like this. A bar plus A plus B whole bar, and this will become A bar plus, again using De Morgan's, A bar B bar. From this, I can take A bar as common, and this will become 1 plus B bar. What is 1 plus B bar? Is always 1. So it is A bar. So just opposite of A. So if A is 0, it will be 1. If A is 1, it will be 0. This is correct. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is incorrect. Got it? This is A. This is A plus B into A whole bar using De Morgan's, A bar plus AB whole bar, A bar, B bar, again De Morgan's, A bar common, 1 plus B bar, so answer is A bar. So it's not of A, independent of B. Doesn't matter what is B, the answer will be not of A, not of A. Okay. सर 130 प्लस में मेरी परसेंटाइल कितनी आ सकती है? We'll share that analysis. And I am thinking like today's physics shift is Now, like in today's shift, the physics paper is a bit lengthy. Now, let us see this another question. An air bubble is moving upward from bottom of lake having temperature 17 degrees Celsius. At the top, the temperature of the lake is 27 degrees Celsius. Assume no significant change in density of lake. Change in density of lake water, lake water up to its depth of 5 meter. Find the ratio of volume at top to bottom. Okay. Now here the bubble was at top, initially it was at bottom. Okay, it is going from bottom of the lake, and where it is, the bottom is there at a depth of 5 meter. So this is 5 meter. When it is at top, the temperature is 27 degrees Celsius. When it is at bottom, the temperature is 17 degrees Celsius. If we convert this to Kelvin, so add 273, so this is 300. This is 290. Okay, these are the temperatures. Now I can, let us take here the pressure is my P1, here the pressure is P2. Now P2 means it reached at the surface, it is atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure we can take nearly 10 to the power 5. What is P1? P naught plus rho GH. What is P naught? P naught is 10 to the power 5 plus what is rho? Density of water 10 to the power 3 into G is 10 into H, the total depth, that is 5. So what it is now, this becomes 1.5 into 10 to the power 5. This is my P1. Now the same bubble is going, it means the number of moles is not changing. P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. What is P1? 1.5 into 10 to the power 5. What is V1? We need to find the ratio. What is T1? T1 here 290 is equals to, what is P2? P2 10 to the power 5 at the surface into V2 divided by, what is T2? T2 is 300. What we need? Find the ratio of volume at top. Top means this is my 2, means V2 by V1. So V2 by V1, V2 by V1 comes out to be 1.5 into 30 divided by 29. 45 by 29. How much it is? Let me use calculator. Okay, now when we become teacher, we lose that speed in calculation because most often we use calculators. So this is 1.55. 1.55. C. Will we take pressure inside the bubble, as that will be radius dependent, and so will the volume be? Perfect question. You will write the pressure outside plus 2T by R. This 2T by plus 2T by R. This 2T by R factor is very, very small actually. Surface tension is not that big. Okay, although radius will be small, but still this 2T by R factor will be very small as compared to 10 to the power 5 factor. Therefore, we neglect that unless until it is specifically mentioned. We neglect that. पीएन जंक्शन वाला क्वेश्चन था, उसमें ऑप्शन का सीक्वेंस एग्जाम में जैसा था वैसा ही है क्या? We didn't receive a question on PN junction. Might be missed. Okay, this is a memory based. Now, next question. What it is? A prism with angle of prism 75 degree and having refractive index √3 has a slab of refractive index 1.5 capped on other side of the prism as shown. Find the angle of incidences that TIR occurs at slab prism interface, means at this interface TIR should happen. So the ray will, let us take, come like this. This is my R1, sorry, R1. This is my R2. For here TIR to happen, my R2 should be greater than theta critical. R2 should be greater than theta critical. What is theta critical? Sin theta critical is equals to 1 by the relative refractive index. Okay. What is the refractive index? Relative refractive index? Refractive index of this, that is √3 divided by refractive index of the outside medium, that is 1.5. 1.5 means 3 by 2. So this becomes √3 by 2. It means my theta critical is 60 degree. Theta critical is 60 degree. It means my R2 should be greater than 60. R2 should be greater than 60. It means R1 should be less than 15, because R1 plus R2 is 75. Okay. If R2 is greater than 60, my R1 should be less than 15. Getting it? So R1 is less than 15. Now use Snell's law here. Let us take this angle of incidence is I. So sin I is equals to refractive index mu there into sine of R1. Okay. I need R1 to be less than 15. It means I should be less than that particular value. Okay. If I put 15 there, √3 into sine 15. So this will become √3 into 0.25. What is √3 into 0.25? So that is 1.73 into 0.25. So this comes out to be 0.43. So this is 0.43. It means I comes out to be 25 degree. I comes out to be 25 degree. Now listen carefully. My R1 should be less than 15. It means this I should also be less. If I increases, R increases. You see from this equation, if I increases, my R increases. If R1 is less than 15, my I should be less than 25. Less than 25. Oh, there is no option. So let me make the correction here. It should be less than 25. B. Okay. Is this clear? How to develop enough competency to be able to solve questions like the previous bubble one during the paper. Previous question was not that difficult. Just thermodynamics thing. Okay. Number of moles conserved. P1 V1 by T1 is equals to P2 V2 by T2. These type of questions you might have seen many places. That will influence the answer. That will influence the answer. The surface tension thing will influence the answer, but not that much. Okay, because as I already mentioned that the 2T by R factor will be very, very small. Next question. EMF of two cells are measured using potentiometer method if the balance lengths are 200 and 150 respectively. If the least count is 1 centimeter, then find the percentage error in calculating E1 by E2. We know E1 by E2 is equals to L1 by L2 in potentiometer. This relation is, we know. Now, if I want to find the percentage error in this quantity, let us take this quantity, maybe some x. Okay. So I can say dx by x is equals to, or delta x by x, anything. Delta x by x is equals to delta L1 by L1 plus delta L2 by L2. Why plus? Because we are finding the maximum possible error. We need percentage, so multiplying this with 100. What is delta L1? Least count is 1 centimeter. So delta L1 will be 1. What is L1? 200. What is delta L2? Least count is 1, so delta L2 is 1. What is L2? 150 into 100. So this will become 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus what it is? 10 by 5, that is 2 by 3. 2 by 3. So this becomes 0.5 plus 0.66. So this is 1.16 percentage. That is option B. Sir, can you please explain Doppler's effect? Actually, we are not studying the topic right now. We are discussing questions. Yesterday, there was a question on Doppler's effect that we considered there. So right now, we are not discussing topics. Okay. So just we are solving the questions that were asked in shift 2. Another question. A man jumped from plane. After 2 seconds, he opened parachutes, due to which he retarded with 3 meter per second square. Okay. So let us take the man jumped from here. After 2 seconds, it would have reached somewhat here. So this duration is 2 seconds. Okay. It is 2 seconds. So how much will be this height? It is jumping from rest. So half gt square. So this distance is equals to half g is 10 into t square is 4. So this is 20 meter, isn't it? Yeah, this is 20 meter. Now, after this, it is having retardation of 3 meter per second square. It means it will be having acceleration in upward direction, that is 3 meter per second square, and its velocity in downward direction. How much will be the velocity? Gt, starting from v is equals to u plus at, u was 0. Okay, gt means 20 meter per second. So it is having a velocity downward 20 meter per second. When the man is at 10 meter high from the ground, its speed is 5 meter per second. Now it is somewhat here, which is at a height of 10 meter from the ground, and here its speed is 5 meter per second. How much is this? How much is this length? Initial velocity we know, final velocity we know the retardation, that is my acceleration, okay, and we will use the formula v square minus u square is equals to 2s here. So let me write it, v square 5 square minus u square 20 square is equals to 2 into a minus 3, a is minus 3 into s we need to find. What it is now? 25 minus 400, this will become 375. Yeah, 400 minus 25. So that is 375. So minus 375 is equals to minus 2 into 3 into s. Minus got cancelled, 3 into 125. So s comes out to be 62.5. So this is 62.5. Find height of the plane when jumped. It means we need this total height. So this will be 62.5 plus 20 and plus 10. So 62.5 plus 30, this becomes 92.5 meter. 92.5 meter. Not 82.5. You forgot, I think, this 10 meter. This 10 meter you need to consider. So मॉर्निंग शिफ्ट में 165 बन रहे हैं, कितने परसेंटाइल एक्सपेक्ट करूं? So in 165 we can expect it may be 99 percentile or so. Okay. Potentiometer is not there in syllabus. No, it's in syllabus. It is in syllabus of mains. Sir, कल सुबह की शिफ्ट है. Oh, all the best. Another question. In a long solenoid of cross section radius that is 2 centimeter and 500 turns per centimeter, okay, a ring moves with constant speed of 10 centimeter per second with axis coinciding with the axis of the solenoid. The radius of and resistance of the ring is 1 centimeter and 10 ohm. Find the heat dissipated in ring when it traverses 10 centimeter of distance. 10 centimeter, in how much time it will traverse? Speed is 10 centimeter per second. Traverse a distance 10 centimeter means 1 second. So in 1 second, how much heat will be dissipated? Now you may say, sir, magnetic field will remain the constant. because solenoid is there, B is equal to mu naught Ni, but the problem is the current in the solenoid is changing like this. If the current is changing like this, means magnetic field will change. Magnetic field will change. It means the flux through the ring will change. It means there will be an induced current in the ring. The resistance of the ring is there. It means there will be heat dissipated. Okay. So if I write induced EMF, that will be minus d phi by dt. Minus d phi by dt I can write as BA. So area I can take out, and B is my mu naught Ni. Mu naught and N are constant. I'll take that also out. So minus A mu naught into N into d by dt of I. This is fine. Okay. Now moving ahead, minus A mu naught N into, differentiate this. 10 is a constant, 10 will come here. Di by dt, differentiation of cos is minus of sine. Okay. So differentiation of cos is minus of sine. So minus minus plus sine 100 pi t into 100. 100 pi t into 100. Okay. So I'll get my current as what I need, this induced current. How should I write this? I induced like this. Induced current will be induced EMF divided by the resistance, and power dissipated will become I square R. Okay. So I can say the heat dissipated will be integration of V square divided by R dt. This thing. Now E induced I got from here. We will put here, square it, divide with the resistance, integrate with time, multiple steps. 100 into, what is area of the ring? Area of the ring pi r square, pi into, what is the radius of the ring? The radius of the ring is 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter square, so 10 to the power minus 4 into number of turns. This is 500 per centimeter. Convert that to per meter. So 500 into 100. Mu naught. Mu naught is 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7. So multiply that, 4 pi into 10 to the power minus 7 into 10 into 10 into sine of 100 pi t. This is my E induced. You put E induced here, divide with resistance, integrate, time goes from 0 to 1. That will be the total heat dissipated. Oh my god, so much calculations. Now today's paper is really, very calculative, very calculative. So much calculation is there. Like conceptually, if you talk about, there is not much to ask here. But if you see the steps that we are going to take, the calculations that we are going to make, it's huge. If we do all the calculations, H comes out to be 200 microjoules. That is option B. सर 154 बन रहे हैं तो कितना परसेंटाइल एक्सपेक्ट करूं? Now actually depends on the other subjects as well. Now morning physics was decent, but I don't know about chemistry and maths. Okay, so it depends on everything. 99 percentile generally goes 160, 170 like that. If the paper is very difficult, it can go nearly 160 or a bit less than that also. If the paper is very easy, it will go till 170 or 180 like that. Okay. Next question. A mass of, okay, this is 14. a mass of 14 kg is exploded into 3 fragments, 2:2:3. Both equal fragments of 2:2:3 are, and sorry, okay, anyways, both equal fragments fly off with same speed of 18 meter per second in mutually perpendicular direction. Then find the speed of the third fragment. Okay, now 3 masses are there. This is 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7. This is 7, total mass is 14. So I can say this is 4 kg, 4 kg and 6 kg. So 2 4 kg, let us take this is 4 kg and this 4 kg are flying in mutually perpendicular direction with same speed of 18 meter per second and 18 meter per second. So their net momentum will be in this direction. Initial net momentum was 0. Final net momentum has to be 0. It means this 6 kg will fly somewhat like this to cancel the net momentum of that. Let us take it goes with speed v. Mass is 6. Mass is 6. What is the momentum? 6v in that direction. So that magnitude has to be equal to this magnitude. How much is this magnitude? 6v. How much is this magnitude? 18 into 4. Okay, that is the moment of 1. Root of p1 square plus root of p2 square. So perpendicular, both are same. So root 2 of that. So root 2 into 18 into 4. What it is now? 6 into 3. So this comes out to be 12 root 2 meter per second. Just simple. Initial momentum was 0. Final momentum has to be 0. This 6 kg will fly such a way that the total momentum becomes 0. This resultant momentum was in this direction. So 6v will have the same momentum in opposite direction. Magnitude will be same. Okay. Another question. There is electric field in space that is given like this, A by r square into r cap. There are 2 point charges, this and this, at this and this. If the electric potential energy of the system is 0, then the value of A is. Now, can you tell from which type of charge distribution this electric field will be there? Point charge electric field is kq by r square. Direction is r cap. It means there is a point charge at origin. There is a point charge at origin. So kq by r square is equal to my A by r square. So basically that charge is A by k. So we are having one charge at origin, that is my q. Another charge at plus 9 and minus 9. The plus 9 is minus 2 microcoulomb and the minus 9 one is 7 microcoulomb. Now write the potential energy of this system and make equal to 0. Okay. Now let us take this as r. Okay. So this is also r. Okay. So the total becomes my 2r. I am writing the potential of these two charges k, q1, q2, 7 into 9, 7 into q. I am writing everything in microcoulomb. Okay. K, q1, q2 divided by r square. These two potential energies. Now due to this, that will become minus k q into 2 divided by r square. Sorry, not square. K q1 q2 by r, not r square. R. Okay. These two, then these two. So plus k q that is 7 into minus 2 divided by my 2r, and this total is equals to 0. I hope the calculation is fine. 7 into q by r, q into minus 2 by r, 7 into minus 2 divided by 2r, total is 0. From here k, r, 7q minus 2q, 5q, minus 14, this is minus 7 then, minus 7 is equals to 0. So my q comes out to be 7 by 5 and this was my A by K, A by K. So from here A comes out to be K into 7 by 5, 7 by 5, and this Q was in microcoulomb. Okay, this much microcoulomb. Why so? Because I considered everything in microcoulomb. So this was microcoulomb. Microcoulomb. Okay, 7 by 5 into 10 to the power minus 6 factor will be there. Now, what is K? 9 into 10 to the power 9 into 7 by 5 into 10 to the power minus 6. So, here 10 to the power 3 will be there, and 9 into 7 by 5 is 63 by 5. 63 divided by 5 is 0.6. I think, sorry. 63 by 5, 12.6. Okay, so 12.6 into 10 to the power 3, so that is 1.26 into 10 to the power 4. Yeah, 1.26 into 10 to the power 4. Sir, I got 209 marks on Jan 22nd 2 shift. What will be the percentile? More than 99 percentile. A is 9 into 10 to the power 5. No. A we solved and we got this as 1.26 into 10 to the power 4. That is K. 9 into 10 to the power 9 is K. Next question. Fission of single nucleus of uranium-235 liberates energy of 96 mega electron volt, energy released by fission of 47 gram of uranium. So 47 gram of uranium, how many moles? 47 divided by 235. I think this is 5. Yeah. Number of moles is 1 by 5. Yeah. So number of moles we got. How many nuclei? 1 by 5 into 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Multiply with Avogadro number. So these many number of uranium particles are there. Each will release this much energy. So how much total energy? 93 into 10 to the power 6 mega electron volt. So converting that to joules. I think everything is fine here. So this is 6.022 into 93 into 1.6 divided by 5 into 10 to the power how much? Into 10 to the power. This will become minus 13. So 10 to the power 10 will be there. Yeah. Now let me take help of calculator. What it is? 6.022 into 93 into 1.6 divided by 5. 179 into 10 to the power 10 joules. 179 into the 10 to the power, that is I think near to this one. That is near to 1.84 only. Options are in mega electron volt. Were in mega electron, might be. It might be possible that options were in mega electron volt. But anyways, you understood the concept. Let me check the calculations again. So 1 by 5 was there, 6.022 10 to the power 23, 93. Oh, sorry. I did a mistake. Therefore, it's not matching. This was 96. This was 96, not 93, because this is 96. 96. And here 96. And now let me do the calculations again. How much it is? 6.022 into 96 into 1.6 divided by 5. 184.9. That is, yeah. Now it is okay. I was thinking why so much approximation is there, but Now it's fine. I did a calculation mistake previously. Okay. Now, what else is there? Okay. We are done with the physics part. Now, let us discuss few of the paper analysis part. Questions from which topics were there, we will discuss now. Okay. This potential and nuclei. How many questions we discussed? I think it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, 21. So we discussed 21 questions, and from 21 questions we had 2 questions on ray optics. One was on Lens formula, another was on prism from rotation, one question on moment of inertia, kinematics from uniformly accelerated motion, magnetic field due to a triangular loop, then electric charges and field due to potential, thermodynamics, we had thermodynamics process, waves, speed of sound, capacitor with dielectric, EM waves, speed of light, fluid, terminal speed and pressure at a depth, dimensions, we had one question on dimensional analysis, semiconductors, we had question on diode, current, electricity, we had one question on potentiometer, that was of error, we just recently discussed. Then laws of motion, we had question on second law, EMI, we had a question on Faraday's law, that ring was inside the solenoid. Then one question on the potential energy of the 3 charges, the external field, that was mentioned, and then one question on nuclei, that was this question. Now, overall today's shift was very lengthy and it was not that much expected, almost except few questions, all the questions were calculative. Okay, so I can say physics paper was moderate to difficult this attempt. Okay, now I think Gaurav sir will come with questions on chemistry. So Gaurav sir, it's over to you, please take. I think the studio person is not there, and
Yes, finally. Thank you. Thank you, Sumit sir. So again, I mean, I will not be taking much time of yours because we are left with just 4 questions, and that will make around 21 questions from chemistry. And let us finish them because they were quite doable. So I hope we have audience and the Josh inside them left. So second shift, yes, yes, yes. So sir, how would you rate paper? Now, just let me finish these 4 questions and then I'll give the verdict for today's 23rd of January, paper 1, paper 2. Now, this question is from basic periodic table, but yes, you need to know some knowledge of P block, as in periodicity actually will make the question. So it is saying X and Y are elements of group 15. So what is group 15, sir? New Zealand, Pakistan, Australia, Sabbikau. I mean, it's just a rhyme for nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, and bismuth. Now, we very well know that second period element are not small, they are very, very small. And because they are very small, their electronegativity, and the question is asking about the electronegativity only, we know that they are highly electronegative. And if you see the trend, then the value of electronegativity, periodically it should decrease. But we also know that because of filling of D and F electrons, the Z effective is increased for them. So actually what happens is, first the electronegativity decreases drastically till phosphorus, and post that the decrement is very small. I mean, if you can learn the value, although it is not required, this is 3.0, this is 2.1, then this become 2, and these both are 1.9. Even if you do not remember the values, still by the common sense which I have just iterated, read the question. The difference in electronegativity of X and phosphorus. So I do not know what X is, but it is saying the difference in electronegativity of X with respect to phosphorus is large, is more. So sir, where the electronegativity difference will be more? From the first guy, because practically the lower one have almost equal electronegativity. The value is approximately same. Yes, it is decreasing, but for these two actually it is exactly 1.9 because Z effective has been increased, as I've already told you initially. So obviously, because this difference is large, therefore definitely nitrogen is X. And once you know this, you only have one option where it is saying X is nitrogen, and obviously it is saying and the electronegativity of phosphorus and dye. So Y can be anything. Y can be anything beneath phosphorus. So there is only one option, because then it would be a tricky one. So if you know it is nitrogen, they are only supplying you an option of nitrogen, that is one, or else this can be anything. So that's why they have not played with the option. Moving to the next question. I hope it is clear. Now, the second question says potassium hypoiodite ion, as an IO minus ion, can act as a reducing agent when it reacts with H2O2. So we very well know H2O2 is an oxidizing agent. So it will oxidize this this hypoiodite ion. Can you tell me what is the oxidation state of iodine over here? Yes sir, it is +1. Why? Because let's say it is X, -2 equals -1, so this is +1, and it turns into I2 and H2O2 turns into oxygen. So this inorganic knowledge you should know, although this is a very famous fact also, that it is also an oxidizing agent. So oxygen is going from -1 to 0. That means oxygen from peroxide is getting oxidized. So this is acting as an oxidizing agent, while the statement is saying that it can act as a reducing agent, which is definitely not correct. So first option is incorrect. Now going to statement 2, it is saying when IOCl, NaOCl as an OCl minus, as in you have OCl minus, when it reacts with I minus, again sir, theoretically also, if you do not know the block logic also, still you can predict that this I minus can go where? It can turn into a stable I2 molecule, and the IOCl minus, now it will form Cl minus. So this NOCl, let us check this iodine from -1 oxidation state is going to 0. That means oxidation state is getting increased. So this NaOCl is acting as an oxidizing agent. Let's read the statement. Reacts with Ki in acidic medium. NaOCl act as oxidizing agent. Yes, because it is oxidizing, so definitely it is an oxidizing agent. So this statement is correct. Therefore first is incorrect, and first is incorrect and second is correct. So option number D. Moving forward. Now the last, I guess this is the second last question. This is from chemical equilibrium. Chemical equilibrium was actually missing from the whole scenario. Paper 1 was having no questions of chemical equilibrium, although 21st January had questions from equilibrium. Okay, finally, thank you. So Abhrani Mukherjee is saying it's D. Okay, for the previous question. Perfect, Abhrani. Now let us do and decode this question from equilibrium, which is saying X2 and Y2 are reacting to form 2Z. Now it is saying we have 3 moles of X2, 3 moles of Y2 and 9 moles of Z2, but they are present at equilibrium only. So what? It is not initial time, it is point of time at equilibrium. So at equilibrium they are saying it is 3 and it is 9. So sir, because they are at equilibrium, so we can calculate value of Kc, because they are saying volume of the container is 1 liter. So whatever will be the mole will be the concentration. So can you calculate the value of Kc? Yes, definitely sir. Concentration of Z squared. So this becomes the concentration, because upon 1, number of moles upon 1 is molarity. So 9 is squared upon, both are 3. So 3 multiplied by 3 is again 9. So Kc is simply 9. Now here it is applying now Le-Chatelier's principle. What does Le-Chatelier's principle says? It is saying that if I'm adding 10 moles of Z at equilibrium, so if I add product, equilibrium will be disturbed, and in order to stabilize, in order to re-attain equilibrium, it will shift in backward direction. So once I add 10 moles, this 9 mole becomes 19 moles, but now equilibrium is disturbed. So it will have move in backward direction, that is it will be -x, while this will be formed. So this 3 is already there, so 3 plus x, this also will be formed, so this will be 3 plus x. Now what we missed is the stoichiometry. That's why I deliberately did this. 2 moles of this is getting reacted and 1 will be formed. So 2x will be dissociated and x will be formed. This stoichiometry, many students commit mistake. I just believe you have not done it. So this is minus 2x, this is x, this is x. Let us say which we are taking the same reaction, so the equilibrium constant will remain the same. So therefore 9 equals, Kc value does not change. So let us equate it. So this is 19 minus 2x upon, okay, 19 minus 2x squared. Why? Because concentration of z raised to the power 2 into concentration of x2 and y2 raised to the power 1, both are equal. So this will be 3 plus x squared. I hope it is quite easy calculation. So under root, so it will be 3 equals 19 minus 2x upon x plus 3 multiply. So 3x plus 9 equals 19 minus 2x. That means 5x equals 10. That means x equals 2. What are you asked in the question? People just try to know, Abhirani, x is 2, but what is asked in the question? So theory sometimes actually makes question difficult. Actually, they are asking calculate number of moles of what? Of Z at new equilibrium. So actually, what is the concentration of Z at new equilibrium? It is 19 minus 2x. X is 2, so 2 times of 2 is 4 and 19 minus 4 becomes 15 is your answer, because 19 minus 2x you should report. I hope it is clear. Abhirani, moving forward. Where, sir, okay, moving forward, perfect, moving forward to the last question from chemical kinetics. Now you can obviously, through the graph you can apply differential rate law, or you can simply apply the stoichiometry that we have done, because it is saying A is giving you NB. So let's say at time t equal to 0 I had A moles of this A. Initially it was 0. When x is getting dissociated, so nx will be produced, because we have just done you can either write the differential rate law or like the equilibrium logic we have recently done. Now for A, it is given A is decreasing and initially it is starting from 0.05. So that means value of A is given. And at, just look at this graph, at 10 minutes, at time equal to 10 minutes, their concentration are getting equaled. And equal to what? It is, the graph is not shown perfectly over here. In students have told that it was actually clear that this value is 0.3. From this graph, it is not evident, because I guess this is a typing error. But what students told that this was at this point of time, it was clearly visible that it is 0.03 in their computer screen. So I am assuming that this graph, because it has been misprinted, it is 0.03. So concentration is getting equal to what? 0.03. So this is the concentration of A at time t, which is this. So that means A minus x has been reduced to 0.03, and we know it started from 0.05. Therefore x becomes 0.02. Now, what is the concentration of B at the same point of time, sir? It is also equal to 0.03. So that means Nx is also equal to 0.03. X we have recently calculated. So N becomes nothing but 3 by 2. What answer we have to report? We do not have to report N. We have to report 10 into N. So multiplied by 10. So 10N will be equal to 15, because 30 by 2 is beautiful 15. So that is it from our side. I have discussed around 21 questions of chemistry, and in order to summarize, 23rd of January, paper 1 was having good questions. Physical chemistry, they are asking good questions. Organic, very attemptable and doable questions. And inorganic, you should always give much attention to chemical bonding, coordination compound, and D block, especially KMNO4 and K2Cr27 reactions. That's it. So again, I'm iterating. So paper 1 was good. Paper 2 is quite doable. Paper 2 is easy to moderate. Paper 1 was actually more on moderate side. Easy questions for less, few questions of physical chemistry, I would rather say, because they were calculative also, so it was difficult. Paper 1 was good. Paper 2 is pretty decent. Now, so what for the later sessions, what is my verdict and piece of advice for you? GOC all the organics of NCERT, especially the naming reactions, do them by heart because organic is coming out to be very easy. Physical chemistry, the class 12 portion, chemical kinetics, just remember first order, zero order reaction and the Arrhenius equation. Solution, the value colligative properties, that's it. And inorganic chemistry especially, do thorough analysis of periodic table, chemical bonding and coordination chemistry. That will help you like anything. I wish you all the best for your examination. So this is me, Gaurav Singh Arora, signing off. And okay, you can get all these lecture notes. So download, subscribe to the link is given in the description section for our WhatsApp channel, because we'll be communicating a lot through over there to all you guys over there. So best of luck, good night, have a good day.